Hello, adventurers. My name is Maximus, and I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 36th episode of Campaign 2 of Caches and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons & Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our fantastic cast of Bunny Dreadful, Mac and Cheese Please, Nina Nikolic, Virtual Spectre, and Moves Like Jagger from the GGN crew. Good job, everybody. That's it. We're going home. We're done.
Good.
Goodbye. Thank you for having me.
Good night.
Time.
That took a lot out of me.
I mean, me too, man. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday, or hoping a fantastic day of whatever it is when you're listening to it later in our podcast.
I made homemade pierogies.
That is fucking sick.
I
Yeah.
want
didn't
that.
understand what those are, but I'm going to look it up.
Max,
For
I'm ordering pierogies
Christmas,
now.
Drew got me like an empanada press that had 3 different sizes, and you can make different little thingies. And so I used a small size and made potato, onion, and cheese pierogies. And so that's what I was doing prior to this. And so my belly is warm and filled. And then I invented a new sauce, y'all. I have been busy.
But you don't eat meat or cheese. What's inside your pierogies?
No, I eat cheese.
Okay.
Your girl
Well,
eats cheese. She's just
just-
lactose intolerant. Okay.
Gotcha.
This is your problem, not
Gotcha.
mine.
Gotcha.
Don't release your
I
secret
cheese.
sauce on stream. You gotta keep that secret.
Well, I want to tell you about my sauce. So
I
it's
want to know about the
cashew.
sauce. Chat wants to know about the sauce.
I won't
I'm a
give
sauce
you-
guy.
I won't give you the ingredient. I won't give you like all the breakdown of the ingredients, but it's like a cashew Parmesan cheese sauce that I put over the pierogies. So real
Sick.
Parmesan
Oh, I'm
and
so
then
hungry now.
cashews like grounded up with like water and salt, and it's divine, y'all. I invented something awesome. Just saying.
This is
Kind
how
of
all
like
of our
dumpling?
listeners know how old we are.
Oh, because we're like talking.
We're talking about sauces and like
Any y'all do your taxes yet this year? What do you think
Yeah.
about the weather we had this week?
Mine this weekend.
I just posted in our Discord, in our picks channel, which discord.gg/caches and cantrips, a late birthday present that Bun got me that you all can't see on stream because it's on the shelf back there, but I posted a picture and it is freaking sick. It is
Oh, that is so cool.
it is a Lord of the Rings themed like resin cast
Oh,
with the
yeah.
One Ring in it. It is so fucking cool.
I've
So
seen this
sick.
guy on Etsy.
So
Uh-huh.
He
good.
makes
Yeah, it's on
awesome
Etsy.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm like actually jealous that you have
It's like
this.
really good in person too.
It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Dude, I've seen so many really awesome pictures of this guy's stuff. And
Support small artists
yes,
on Etsy. Let's
that
go.
looks so good, Max. Wow.
I know. And I've got it like set to like slowly color change because let me tell you, it looks really good when it's all red. It looks scary.
Right on top of- above your dome.
Well, it's not my fault. It's
Yeah.
late for his birthday. Okay, that wasn't my fault.
It wasn't your fault. No.
I did everything right. Apparently, they had a holiday in Taiwan or something. I don't know. It's not my fault. I
Yeah,
tried.
they had like a national holiday and some stuff. But no, fun stuff. Go join our Discord and you can see cool stuff that I got for my
Cool
birthday. I don't know.
things.
Talk about other stuff. So anyway, aside from that,
Can I just say one thing real quick? Can
You-
I just say,
you
look at
may.
all these cuties in chat? Y'all, I love
Wow.
y'all. Thanks for being here. Oh, you're a cutie too, Moons.
I was like,
Moons.
Look at all yeah, Moons, that's his name. I used to call him that
because she typoed all the time.
all the time. So I used to call him that all the time intentionally just because it was easier to not typo it. And then I stopped and I don't know why. And now I'm bringing it back.
The first thing that comes to my mind was bring it back now, y'all. I don't know why.
2 hops this time. No.
It's like reason number 900 how you know that we're old. So
Oh my God.
the kids
So
even
old.
know that?
He
Oh,
posted
man.
a picture of the California raisins earlier and he was like, I don't think anyone knows what that is. And I was like, no one knows what that
Oh.
is.
I know
California
California
raisins?
raisins are. It's
Yeah.
a California thing.
It's because you're also old with us. Welcome to old timey D&D. We're just a
Don't like raisins. Not a fan.
What about Steve the Camel from?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm,
I thought he was so
nobody knows what that is.
What do you remember? The Moon Man from McDonald's?
Now it's illegal.
Yes. Okay,
I don't remember that one.
Stop.
Sorry.
Anyway, now
So
that
old.
we have gone down memory lane, while it lasts for those of us. D&D time. Aside from that, I mentioned a couple things. You can also join our Patreon. You can join our Patreon, not our Patreon, because that's a different thing, I guess. Join our Patreon. Get early access to our podcast episodes, including our Out of Combat episodes, which are only in podcast form or on YouTube VODs. They're not live. You have to go find it. It's like a scavenger hunt, but you know exactly what day and time it shows up every week. It's the easiest scavenger hunt ever.
Saying a random word each episode that if they figure out what the secret word is and they put them all together, it's like a secret message.
Like Pee-wee's Playhouse, the word of the day.
Yes.
Yes,
again,
but also
we're old because of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh no! Damn it! No.
Is these days watch Blippi?
Louie.
Bluey and Blippi.
Blippi's the knockoff of Pee-wee. It's like a crappy Pee-wee.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
It's because I'm young and you're old.
It's like a 30-year-old that's like, wow, just like
Got
it's like
it.
a YouTuber.
So maybe
My friend's kid isn't allowed to watch Blippi anymore because Blippi was like, try climbing. And so the kid climbed on their cat tower and fell and broke
Oh my
his
god!
arm.
No.
Oh my God, that's
And they're
I
like,
hate
no
Blippi.
more
I hate
Blippi.
Why?
Bad influence.
No.
I think Blippi does all his videos
Bluey's
like
awesome.
at a park, so he's like,
Mm.
wow, I'm climbing a monkey bars. Wow.
Okay. So not me. I wouldn't dare go outside.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Bluey fan, not a Blippi fan. Don't worry.
Okay, I guess we're a Bluey household.
Mhm.
I don't know what any of this
100%.
means.
We're a Bluey household
Anyway,
because we love Australia, mate.
No.
My God. I just feel like
Sorry, Nina. I'm just sorry.
Nina's gonna hate us.
Nina's like, why do I hang out with you guys?
She's like, I actually
I've been
can't play
saying
anymore.
no on purpose now.
It's too good.
Daylight
Oh,
savings
man.
kicked in. I can't play anymore. I'm not available.
That's how we lose her. Oh my God. Oh,
Anyway, you want to play some dungeons and or some dragons this
Oh,
evening?
that's why we're here. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
God.
Yeah, yeah.
Podcast.
Exactly. Well, let's do it. I think we should just jump right into our 36th episode of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off with the crew in the custody of the emissaries of the Golden Mask, the local guard force of the Gilded Atoll. The party all agreed to comply with the emissaries and to go back to one of their guard stations. And when they were brought to the station, each one of them were held in a separate and isolated room for questioning. Throughout the rest of the day and into the evening, one of the emissaries' officers, Captain Darius, individually questioned everyone in the group. After some interrogation techniques employed by the captain, he began to peel back the layers of the onion surrounding the Shadow Tides cartel and the party. After learning of the hidden warehouse, the captain had some other emissaries find and locate Renard, the cartel member that was left in a locked cell in the holding facility of the cartel. While Renard was being interrogated, Emmy utilized Bucket's uncanny ability to sneakily stow away, and through Bucket's senses, Emmy was able to hear the entire conversation between Captain Darius and Renard. Promptly, after their discussion, the captain immediately went to Hayden's holding room, apologized for him profusely, and subsequently released the entire party. Captain Darius also expressed that he wished that Hayden had notified him of his arrival on the atoll. After the party was all released, Emmy confided with Cooter about what she heard, and Emmy told Cooter that Renard had taken a side job for the Divine Order of Conservancy, and the Order wanted them to pretend like they had kidnapped Hayden. And the plan was for Hayden's friends to rescue him and for him to be reunited with the group. She expressed fear that Hayden was potentially working for the Order or that the Order could be using him. The party then returned to their ship well after midnight. After checking with the crew and Informing Whisper of their run-in with the Shadow Tides cartel, Emmy spoke with Azric privately to share her suspicions after hearing the interrogation of Renard. Everyone agreed to get some sleep for the rest of the night and to get to the bottom of the situation the following day. And that is where we will begin our episode this evening.
So it's morning and we just woke up on the boat.
It is morning and you just woke up on the boat.
I'm gonna say that Taj like rolls over in her bed. She sleeps in the captain's quarters, right? She made Azric give her the nice bed.
I don't remember. That's up to you.
Okay, either way,
I remember,
she rolls
but
over.
I like it. So.
She rolls over in the nice bed. I just know she has a nice bed somewhere, wherever it is. Maybe she moved it. She rolls over in the nice bed and she just sees like two big eyes magnified by glasses looking at her. Lush, are you awake?
What do you want?
Did you talk to Azric yet about the situation?
It is. And I like check the watch I don't have. Too early to be talking about this.
I know, but I couldn't sleep a wink. Actually, Emmy did not sleep a wink. If you want me to take exhaustion, I voluntarily will.
Make a Constitution saving throw, and you do not regain any of your HP or spell slots you may have used.
Yeah.
That means
Save,
slots we may
but
have
I'm
used.
sleepy. Y'all are good. I'm just an idiot, so there's that. Do I get inspiration for giving myself exhaustion?
It depends. What did you roll?
A 10. I'm looking at I'm waiting for
You're
this
not-
to load.
You're not exhausted.
Well, unless it's a -1. Hold on.
Your
Okay, it's
Constitution's
not-
on a
it's not.
negative.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I have some negatives on there. Okay, I'm fine. So, the thing is, I'm just really worried, and you should talk to Azric, and since he's the captain and you're also the captain, you should make a plan.
I can do that.
Hey, can I get you anything like coffee, orange juice, super slop?
You know, orange juice sounds really good right now. Maybe,
Okay.
should we all call a meeting, or do you want me to just talk to Azric by myself?
Maybe a meeting? I don't know. Whatever you think is best. I'm gonna just get the orange juice. I'm gonna get everybody orange juice. Do we have
Maybe
orange
it's
juice? Oh my
anything.
god.
And we call, get the orange juice, we call a meeting.
Okay.
Don't forget to tell Whisper about it, because we need to conclude her on these meetings.
Smart.
If you think that's best.
I know it is. She would be upset if we excluded her.
Do I tell Hayden about the meeting?
I
Okay. I can do this. Okay. And Emmy's gonna
I
hurry
sit up in bed and I just like grab her by her shoulders. And I'm just like, good.
I
No
did
one
not know how
knows.
that sounded. I apologize to
It
everyone.
didn't sound, but it's okay. You are good.
Okay.
Be normal.
I'm good. I am normal.
Are you normal?
No. But I'll try.
When you are
Okay.
thinking that you are being not normal, take another breath.
Okay, but what is normal?
And I just like shake my head and like shoot her. Like, I don't know.
I scamper off to get orange juice. I don't know if we have any, so it might take me longer than I thought, but we are docked, so I can theoretically find orange juice.
I will say you're docked and you all are getting resupplied, and you know you're picking up on your necessary vitamin C to avoid scurvy. You know, as
We have
pirates
to have
do.
oranges, right?
So you know you'll probably have to make some fresh squeezed orange juice and convince.
He's great at that.
Okay, you can convince your cook Chowder to let you behind the counter and do it. Then
I
by
was
all
thinking
means.
I would just do it myself. I'd like turn into a hippopotamus or something and just like smash.
Okay.
I don't know. That was the first thing I thought of.
Okay.
They don't
I
know.
don't know if I want that in my mouth.
This is a secret between me and Chowder.
You're just
You,
like,
you never ask how the pierogies are made. 'Cause you won't like the answer.
Is that rind in my orange juice? All right. So, Emmy, you've gone off to procure orange juice,
And tell everyone we're having a meeting. All the captains.
including Hayden.
I mean, the officers. Captains. I'm going to go with all the captains. Yep.
Yeah, everyone's captain now.
We're all captains.
I'll say Hayden got up a little early and is like walking the deck and checking in with the crew that had the watch.
Right. Emmy has to tell Hayden about the meeting, and it's Emmy.
He was a little worried about the cartel finding their ship overnight, so he's just checking in and seeing if the crew noticed anything in the middle of the night or what. Just trying to get a feel for what happened.
Nope, they did not. Nothing nothing out of the ordinary on your ship.
Hi, Hayden. Sir.
Morning, Emmy. Well,
There's a meeting.
a meeting.
Captain's meeting.
Well, okay.
Did that come through?
Yeah, it did.
I was like,
I just have a couple more people to check in with, and I'll be right in.
no hurry at all. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So you all are gathered for an officers meeting. So that includes you all, Whisper, as well as Kurzak as the bosun. So the party, Kurzak, Whisper would all be officers.
Snacks, anybody? Before we start.
I am quite hungry.
Well, here you go. Help yourself.
Thanks.
Well, the fuck are we doing here so early?
Well, first of all, I would like a report of last night if there's any unusual activity around the ship.
Emmy's passing orange juices around.
Well, I checked with the watch, and they said nothing out of the ordinary.
Right, well then. It has come to our attention that we are being hunted by the cartel here on the Good at All, and we lack information, and information is what we need. Now, we got into some trouble with the local police staff here, and miraculously, we were let go. But what they do have is the person that has all the answers. They have interrogated and captured Renard, the fellow who kidnapped Hayden. And I believe we can find more answers if we either A, break him out of prison and take him in for questioning, or B, or did I skip B? B, if the guards release him from the garrison, we can follow him to his employers and maybe find more answers there.
So right now your plan is to break in to a jail belonging to the emissaries, breaking someone out who's a cartel member just to question them.
Yeah, unless you have any other better ways of getting information.
Why do you want to question this person?
Well, we are going to be here for some time. And B, we never really found out why they kidnapped Hayden, other than to ransom him for some reason, which, to all our knowledge, is nothing to ransom. Unless Hayden, you have come to an clear idea of what's happening here.
Well, aside from what I've already told you all about my family, sure, there's some wealth there, but to go through all that trouble just to get me here, cure me of my petrification, to get answers from me about where my family's money is or how much we have, strikes me as rather odd.
Did they question you at all about it after they unpetrified you? Or did they not say anything at all?
Well, sure. They asked me lots of questions between the beatings. Mostly to confirm my identity, to ask me about my family's history in the merchant trade, as well as trying to pry information about where I lived, what my family's holdings are, where I can find them. The sort of information you'd want to get if you were trying to ransom somebody. But nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, ransom stuff aside. Nothing that tipped me off as to any ulterior motives.
So, you want to question him to figure out why a quartermaster was taken?
Who was saying that, Max?
Whisper.
Oh, it's Whisper.
I don't know what she sounds like.
Whisper has
Your
a
mic
sexy
got
voice.
weird for a second. So
It's okay.
Your mic got really weird. So you sounded
was like-
raspier.
yeah,
was
like
like,
really gravelly.
Hello?
What do
It was like a very masculine.
guys?
I was like,
You want to question the cartel member, why they took quartermaster, even though you already questioned him and then put him in a cell, and then miraculously has come back. And
Did they let him free like they let all of us free? Or did they keep him in exchange for all of us? The decision came so swiftly, I don't know what happened. It was like they
Didn't
just
really have
dropped everything.
I didn't really have a chance to see if they let him go.
They seemed like kind of scared from, I was watching through Bucket and they seemed kind of like, I don't want anything to do with this. Is that right, DM? They seemed kind of just like, we're done with this. We don't want anything to do with this.
just define they.
The investigator.
Yep, the investigator, once he heard what he heard, was like, I need to correct this situation real quick.
Yeah, it was rather strange. When he returned to my cell, he spoke as if he knew who I was. Said my name.
Well,
Said, we've made a mistake, and you're all free to go. But gave me no more information than that.
And yet before that, he was so rude.
Well, yeah, he made it seem like we'd be staying the night at the very least.
why did they
I'm
let you
still
go?
angry he called me a hag. Well, he seemed terrified.
I'm still mad about that too.
He was
That wasn't very
positively
nice.
awful to me, and then he suddenly flipped completely on his head after talking to Renard and let all of us go like he was scared to keep us in the building.
Well,
So it must have been something that Renard told the investigator. Changed his tune. Emmy, what did you hear?
Well, when Renard said that he was working on the side for the Order of the Conservancy, that's when everything kind of changed.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, repeat, please.
Emmy looks to Azric wait, did I say something wrong this time?
No, I think
What?
it's time to put it on
It's
the
all right.
table, dear.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if I said something wrong, but yeah. So the order, the Divine Order of the Conservancy, When that came up, that's when everything seemed to change. The inspector said something like, "Are you sure?" or something, and then he like seemed to think for a minute. And DM, correct me if I'm wrong, but then he was basically like, "Okay, one moment," and then he came and told Hayden, and he was very polite to Hayden, unlike before, and he said, "You can leave." And then he came to Azric and said Azric could leave, and then they let me go, and they let Cooter go as well, and we all met out front, and it was and a bucket followed us out. He didn't hear anything else after that because I didn't want him to get stuck in there.
A couple things are happening with the crew member officers. Kurzak is not saying a word, and he's like stiffened up, and he's doing the meme like with the side eye, like looking at like Azric and like the other officers, like what the fuck's going on here? Like is like not saying anything. You know, as soon as the Divine Order Conservancy comes up, I mean, that's big trouble for pirates. And if you remember correctly, Kurzak and a couple of your initial crew survived their ship being taken over because they fled and left the other people on the ship to fight the hunters. And if I remember correctly, the name of their previous ship was... What was it? The bearded crab. That's what it was. It's the bearded crab. So he's a little freaked out a bit. Whisper looks more like just angrier and angrier and angrier the more that is said. And she sort of looks to you. Now,
Me?
I mean,
Yeah.
could you perhaps enlighten the rest of us here as to how the fuck do you know what Renard told this emissary?
Oh, well, Bucket is in his pocket, and so I watched the whole conversation through Bucket's eyes.
And what was that conversation?
Well, I'm
Spare
gonna.
no detail, please. We have the time.
Can I just?
Yeah, you can. It's up to you if you want to tell it or not.
No,
Or
I'll
just
tell
say that
it.
you do it, yeah.
I don't want to repeat it as a player because I don't know that I'll remember it correctly, but I know Emmy would because it didn't happen that long ago for her.
Gotcha. So,
And she spent all night thinking about it.
okay.
She'll do her best to recount it word for word. If you would like me to roll, I'm happy to roll for it.
No, you can't.
Okay, okay.
You literally just heard this, so.
Okay. I was like,
no.
don't make me the player do it. I don't know how.
No. I just know it's okay. Yeah, so it's all in the open. Everyone knows everything in this room at the moment. At that time, Hayden, your passive perception, you notice it looks like Whisper is like playing it off, but is about to like jump up out of her seat here in a second.
Well, at this point, I think Hayden's looking distressed on hearing what he just heard.
Mm-hmm.
So if Whisper's feeling it, Hayden's feeling it too.
Okay. So while this is going on, you see Whisper get up, and basically pull a dagger and just point it at Hayden and say, "You fucking hunter."
Excuse me?
You heard what I said.
Hayden's had his hand on his pistol the entire time, by the way.
All right. Everyone
Feel guilty.
needs to calm down. All right, if Hayden wanted to kill us, it would have happened long before we even got here.
Why the
Well,
fuck
that's
would
true.
he
We
want to
could
kill
have done it
you?
in our sleep, like easily.
If he's
Wait a
clearly
second.
working for the Order, he would want to kill me, kill you, kill Taj, everyone on the ship.
This
So-
is too much.
When we first met you, Hayden, you were climbing on rooftops and we were running. Why did you get mixed up with us in the first place? I want to hear it from you.
I believe I told you this when we first met.
And
I was in Rosedon, in between jobs. Sailor, remember? When I saw two people appear out of thin air, In
That was you,
Rosadon.
Dodge, and Nazarick.
In Rosadon. That doesn't happen in Rosadon. So, what is a person supposed to do? I couldn't take my eyes off you. And then you started being chased by the guards. And I thought, well, some excitement. And I don't know, perhaps a whim. But if you remember, which you probably don't, I was trying to help you along the way. Creating
I'm not
blockages
saying
in the
that
path.
I think anything poorly of you. I just wanted to know
I'm
why.
telling you exactly what happened.
I know, but you have a tone.
A question. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Can I roll insight against Hayden?
That's between you two.
Sure.
VS, can I roll insight against you?
Sure. I will say Hayden's just recounting the events as he saw them.
Right, but you seem a little defensive.
Well, let's put
And
it
I want to
this
make
way.
sure I'm not accidentally reading into it. That's why I wanted to roll.
Let's put it this way. There was a lot of information just dumped in the room about Conservancy
Oh, yeah.
and Hayden mixed in. I have Whisper pointing a dagger at me. I'm ready to pull my pistol on her.
That's true.
It's
But
not
Taj
exactly.
isn't targeting you.
No, I
No,
just want to
but
know
Whisper
why he got mixed up. Like what's in it for him? You know, like why did you get mixed up with people who clearly are breaking the law? You know,
Can we
why are you
just
doing
time out real
magic?
quick? Just time out. I just want to say that we all love VS and Hayden, and I don't know what's about to happen right now, but I hope everybody's having fun. Hi, chat. Hi, I hope you're having fun. Nobody be stressed out. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, back to the game.
I'm not stressed.
I'm stressed out. I'm fine.
Wow.
I'm
And-
fine.
Kurzak
Everybody
pipes up.
calm down, or I will throw a flaming spear on the table.
That would not be a good idea, Cooter. And to
Well, if you
intervene.
don't calm down, I know what I'm saying, and I will do it.
I do not know why everybody is getting all worked up.
Well,
We are just simply asking questions. There is no accusations or anything going on except for you, Whisper.
Well, why don't you tell this to the violet one over here?
says the one with the hand on his pistol the whole time.
Oh, so I'm
Whisper.
going to let you threaten me?
All right, I need everyone to calm down now, and that is in order. Whisper, put the dagger down. Hayden, hand off the pistol.
She takes her dagger and spins it and throws it point down into the floorboards.
Now,
I still want to do the insight.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 11, so it's not very good.
What do I do? Because
Um,
in the past few moments, I've just been recounting what happened.
I mean, you know, an insight really, like, an insight's not like a lie detector test. It's really just to get like a general feeling of this person, like their facial expressions, like their movements, how like their demeanor, that sort of thing.
So, like, you seem justifiably upset, I'm guessing. Like,
Yeah.
justifiably, because you're in a weird situation. Okay.
Yeah.
right. I'm going to speak the hard, honest truth. Because honestly, we're not worth a damn to the Order, other than we're pirates and spellcasters. So there's no reason why Hayden would be a spy or a mole for the Conservancy.
Are you fucking dense?
Well, he's not a mole. I mean, he's obviously a humanoid.
Where have we been? Who are you employed by? You know who knows where the Black Wren Cove is? The only people who know where the Black Wren Cove are? Fucking pirates.
Oh, I know where it is. Does that mean I'm a pirate, Cooter? Does that mean I'm a pirate?
Yes, we are. Well, technically
Oh, cool.
speaking.
I didn't know if it was official yet.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So excuse me for being a little terse in my reaction, and that someone might be working for the Order on the ship. Because, guess what? I have to answer for you, ragtag crew. Now, this might seem like something I have to tell Blackbeak. And I don't think you want her to deal with it.
No. Please don't.
If she were to deal with it, how, pray tell, would that go?
She'd tell me to shoot him in the head and be done with it.
No,
Okay,
no.
let's not do that. Surely there's another way we can sort this out.
Right. I'm gonna sit back and let you all figure this out. And if it comes to a satisfying conclusion, maybe we can just be on our way.
That's ideal.
And she's basically sitting like, she's like shoved her chair against the wall, arms crossed, and is just like staring daggers at Hayden.
Right. If something's already happened at Blackman's Cove, we would have heard already. There's too many missing pieces to the puzzle. Now, I've of the mind that Renard said what he had to say so he could get out of trouble.
And to be fair, Captain, well, from what I've heard from you all, Hayden did sort of just join you all, but it's also the same for Emmy and Kuta here. They all kind of got caught into the whirlwind of excitement, and you all banded together and formed a crew.
Well,
Yeah, but I did it because I didn't have anywhere else to go. So
I couldn't stand watching you all hurt yourselves like that. That is why I'm the medic.
Every single person on the ship.
Hayden, you have somewhere to be. You could go home and you have money, right? Like, and you're like in charge there?
Not really.
What do you mean, not really? Aren't you the heir to your family's business and fortune?
No.
But you're not? Oh, do you have a brother? Is his name Jaden?
There is no family business anymore.
Oh.
All that went away when my parents were lost at sea. All of the business holdings were sold off. Some of that money went to me as a savings. Sure, I suppose. I could lay about my house and do nothing. But I became a sailor because the ocean was all I care about.
Do you?
What?
Does it call to you?
Sure, metaphorically.
I was curious because that's kind of how I feel, but like about the land, you know. So
I've been on the sea since I was a young boy.
If I might interject, if that's the case, then how were these people so absolutely certain that they could ransom you to anybody? They didn't mention anything about who they were trying to get in touch with in exchange for you, or
but that's the thing.
I mean,
it
surely
was
wasn't
a cover.
us.
And he's right.
Well, how do we find that out?
We get
I mean,
Renard.
he
That's how
basically
we find
implied
out.
it was a cover, right?
So
They weren't really expecting to ransom him. They were expecting us to save him.
Well, then why would they have been questioning Hayden like that when they kidnapped him if it was a ruse?
Well, they
Let
didn't
me
want him to
believe it,
know.
Buddha.
Oh, I see your point. Oh, he's not in on it because they want
Let me get this straight. They kidnapped me while I was stoned, brought me here, unpetrified me, tortured me for a ransom. It was all faked.
But a ransom to who? That's the thing, right?
Well, I suppose they were
If
hoping
there
to
was
get the
no one to
information out of
ransom
me.
you to,
It was more
did
they
they
were
not
trying...
know that your parents were lost? Everybody knows that.
Well, sure.
Yeah, everybody.
But not
knows
everybody
that.
knows what happened to the family's money, or whether or not I still have some stake in a business that doesn't exist. I mean, all that's known, really.
But if you're the
Unless
one who
you-
had the money, who would they ransom you to for your own money?
It doesn't make any sense, is the thing.
Precisely. So I'm of the mind
I think we're
that
getting
perhaps
wrapped up
they
in
have
calling
been.
it a ransom. It was more like they were interrogating me so that I would feed them information on where they could find my family's money.
That you
Or force
don't
me to get it for
have
them in some
anymore.
way.
Interesting.
Like I said, there's a savings. But a bulk of the company's assets were sold away. There is no merchant business anymore.
There is also the chance that Renard and his friends were given false information. Maybe they're being manipulated by the Conservancy for
But the
some
question
reason.
is why?
Yeah, that's the
Well,
question.
they certainly don't like us.
That's true.
And what better way to get to us than through you? It could have been any one of us, but it sure is a great excuse to choose you with your background. It did give them a great excuse.
The key detail was that they wanted Hayden to return with us on the ship, and nothing has happened yet. So
And we've
Yes,
been traveling together
precisely,
for
which is
some
also
time.
strange.
So, if they were using me in some way for information or to cause harm to you or any other pirate, then what are they waiting for?
That's
Right.
a
grand
Good
scheme of things, we're
question.
nobodies. Perhaps they want us to go to Shamaran and set us up for another trap.
Oh, we don't have to go there.
That's what I'm saying. We lack a vast amount of information.
I
We need
agree.
to find out what is really going on. And I, for one, believe that Renard is the first step.
And I don't think we'll need to break him out. I feel like we'll be able to find him soon enough.
I think they'll
Well,
just let him go.
Well, they let us go, and Renard was working for the Order.
Did you see what happened between Renard and the investigator? Or did you see if he let him go?
I didn't see if they let him go. But they didn't seem to want anything to do with anybody. Which is really weird because before that, all they wanted was to get some info on the 1 second. The Shadow Tide cartel. That's all they wanted.
Assuming they let this Renard go, will he flee the island? Will we find him dead? I mean, this is the Conservancy we're talking about. They're as underhanded as they come.
Yeah.
If this was all a ploy of some kind, that's a loose end.
I agree. So the first step would be to follow that up. Isn't that right? Like Azric said.
Sure. But I'm in agreement with Whisper. I don't think trying to break him out of the prison is the right way.
Oh, I don't either. I think that
So what do we do?
get us in far too much trouble given the investigator's attitude.
Should we just wait for them to release him if we think that's what they're going to do? I can locate him.
He could
pretty
already
easily, I
be
think.
released by now.
All right,
that's
Same
true.
as us.
let's all slow
I
down.
think I can locate him.
Here's the thing.
Oh, I didn't sleep last night, so I didn't prepare spells. So maybe not.
Emmy,
1
please.
second.
All right, now that I can speak. You're all missing a vital...
Well, I can locate an object that's
information.
on him, maybe.
Emmy, I need you to be quiet, please. Thank you. The warden was afraid of Hayden. We can use that. They think Hayden works for
We sure
the
can.
Divine Order. Hayden has the authority to give order. direction.
Yes, direction.
And if Renard was indeed working for the Conservancy, Hayden can ask for his release because it is his, I don't know, higher or subordinate.
I
Just
do
release
think
him.
this gives us leverage.
If you all
Certainly.
notice, Hayden looks like he's come across some realization. Like he looks wide-eyed and pensive right now.
What is it, dear?
The cards are in our hands.
Hayden, what is it? I have +2 insight. I can ask that.
When I was in captivity, I was frequently asked about my father.
What about him?
What if, and I don't have any proof of this, what if my father had some ties to piracy?
Well, it is entirely possible with the fortune he made.
And what I mean by this is I don't believe he was a pirate, but I know there are groups out there that don't necessarily support piracy, but they do support magic users.
Yes, that's true.
Secretly bankrolling them, helping them escape from the Conservancy. My father, when I was young, understood like everybody that the Conservancy has 2 jobs. Guard against the abyss and wrangle pirates and illegal magic users. It's information everybody knows. But he always told me to keep an open mind about people. That not everyone that uses magic is a criminal or somebody that should receive scorn or mistreatment. And while he understands that the Conservancy plays an important role, that too often is the case, people are treated unfairly. He always taught me to have an open mind and to not judge. And I never went with him on his long business trips, and he would be gone for months at a time. And we had money. Again, I have no proof of this, but the thought has crossed my mind before that perhaps he had connections to people that were assisting illegal magic users, funding them, helping them hide. I don't know. Because to this day, I do not believe the official stories of my parents' disappearance. I don't think pirates sunk them.
It was quite a interesting turn of events, I will say. Quite the talk of the town at the time.
What if, again, I don't know. What if the Conservancy was behind my parents' disappearance? And what if they think in some way that I have information from my father, or have something of my father's that they want, or I don't know, picking up where my father left off?
It's entirely possible.
Assuming all this is true, of course.
It is just hearsay right now.
And I suppose since I'm speaking on this, when my parents died, I was young, 11, 12 maybe. And I went to live with my neighbors and good family friends who had been family friends for decades. A nobleman and his family. He had 2 children my age who were my best friends growing up. We did everything together. He was a staunch supporter of the Conservancy. I mean, he bragged about their successes. He might have even been a donor to them, given how wealthy he was. Now, he and my father used to have spirited debates on the Conservancy, what they're doing, their actions, whether they're just or not. And they were friends, of course. It was mainly an exercise in who's the better debater, but his children went on to join the Conservancy. The boy, last I heard, was sent to guard the Abyss. And the girl, who was very smart, I imagine took up some research position, maybe? It was unclear last I spoke to them. But I haven't spoken to them since I became a sailor. That's where we parted ways. I was 18. I moved out of the house, found my own way. But what if they're tied to it in some way?
Is their father
What if they had
still
some way
alive?
to track me to see
Well, that was our
where I was or how I
concern.
was getting on?
That was our original concern. We're very sorry that we couldn't say anything to you earlier, but we simply,
I thought you were bugged.
And
well,
did you find anything?
in a manner, well, perhaps we might be able to investigate further if you'll allow. But, you know, without you
Sure.
knowing, it was very difficult to
Arch has
screen.
the ability to hear and see things from a distance, so we
Mm.
believe that could be the case. That someone's trying to see or listen on you.
The
It was
question is
difficult for me to
why?
identify with all of your magical things attached.
Question would be why? I mean, we were best friends, so I'm sure they still care about me. But if
And
this
their
is
father?
their father, well, he was like a second father to me.
Is he still alive or has he passed?
Sure. They're still in Osham.
Interesting.
Listen, I'm merely throwing out possibilities here. I have no answers. I mean, I was only just revived from being stoned. I thought my life was ended. So, within a few days' time, I was cured, was with you all joyously for a day or two, until we were arrested, let go, and now I find out that the Conservancy was involved in some capacity with all of this. So, you'll forgive me if I'm a little rattled at the moment.
No, you're all right, dear. You just have your orange juice for a moment.
And you
and
all
try to
know,
work this out.
all this time I've been traveling with you, I've never bared any ill will towards any of you. I mean,
No, never.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I trust Hayden with my very life. He could have killed us at any moment, any time. You know how light off his feet he is? Is all he are? I can't even
He's
speak.
quiet like a ninja.
Flabbergasted at what's happening, and I for one would like to get to the bottom.
Yes, certainly. But where do we start? We follow Renard, I believe, sounded like the ideal.
Hayden, would you believe that there would be something in your state that your parents would leave behind for you, for your eyes only.
Other than personal effects, memories, not that I know of, but I haven't returned home in years.
I feel like they want us to go to your estate. If they are indeed watching us, following us. Because clearly
For what?
I have the slightest idea. But if you, this is of course your decision, you want to return home, we could be very well walking into a trap.
Kurzak, are you all right? You
Yes,
seem a little shaken as well, dear.
Well, I have survived one of the encounters with the hunters, and I don't like the possibility of having to do that another time. I like the ship, all right, but the order scares the hell out of me. But it should you all.
Oh, as does it we all.
Well, I mean, we've all seen firsthand how they conduct their business. Swift and brutal.
Yes. Well, don't
Again-
worry. We'll try our best to keep everybody safe, and of course we don't want to provoke anything.
I just... It's sort of... The idea that they're using me in some way for some purpose that I'm unaware of.
It's all
Say
right.
It doesn't feel good.
No, absolutely not. But immediately following this meeting, perhaps before we go and chase up our friend Renard, maybe we'll have to do a more thorough detect magic ritual. Although I'm sorry, you might need to strip down for that one. Just as a precaution.
Sure.
Don't feel any weird about it. I am the doctor of the ship after all, and in my time I've seen many dinglies and danglies. They don't mean anything to me in my old age. Oh, you can keep your trunks on, dear. We don't need to... You're not getting your prostate checked.
I should hope not.
Well, one would
So-
hope not. The Conservancy isn't into that, are they? Like probing and whatnot? Some of my research indicated that there were some...
I'd rather not know, Kuta, thank you.
Okay, wonderful.
Right,
We do need to be thorough, but if we don't need to be that thorough, then that's even better for me.
well, we still need time to repair the ship. We can't go to Asham right away. We also have to wait for the symposium. But I would like to put it to a vote. If you all in favor of tracking down Renard, not breaking him out of the garrison, but tracking Renard down to get more answers out of him, say aye.
Aye.
Kurzak looks to see how everyone else votes and then raises his hand. Whisper keeps her arms crossed. She looks like she's just thinking, mulling things over.
And if it satisfies that one over there, feel free to watch me. 24/7.
So that's what it is now. That one over there. Right, quartermaster.
Yeah.
It
See how
seems
it
you
is
can
when
do a
you pull a
little.
knife on someone? They don't take too kind to that.
Well, your hand was on your pistol first, so. I guess if we all just do a little sing song and a dance, then the captain forgives all. isn't it?
My point still stands. Feel
Oh,
free to
my
watch
poor
me.
parents. Oh, my poor childhood. Oh, I have money, but it's not that much money. Oh, my daddy liked magic users, I'm pretty sure.
But I need you to remain silent, please.
Well, why don't you tell us about yourself then, huh?
What
Your
would you like
sad
to know?
existence.
I don't happen to wear my sad existence on my sleeve, but if you must know, I was, well, born on Blackren Cove to a parent of piracy. And unfortunately, for me, sort of similar to your parents, is they didn't make it after a run-in with the hunters. So, sunk, never saw them again. Imagine being an urchin on a pirate island. How hard that must be. Not easy.
Sounds awful.
It was, but I made something of it.
Yeah.
Anything else
All right.
you'd like to know, Quartermaster?
No.
Would you like me to strip down as well, Surgeon? Check me for magic items.
Oh, I don't believe we
Oh, no.
have a need for that right now. Unless you believe you're being followed, then, I'm happy to check anyone who has concerns.
Well, thank you for opening up, Whisper. I believe we actually have a lot more in common when we all just open up to each other.
I already
Now,
do.
moving forward, we all need to have each other's back because we are still not out of the frying pan. Okay? We are still really into the fire because the syndicate, whatever they are, attacked us in open public grounds. So we all need to
About
be on our
that, I remember you mentioning that you stole some things from their warehouse on the way through. Could that have something to do with it? What exactly did you steal from them?
just goods, gold, gems, gold. What else? Hold on, let me see. Scrolls that Taj needed. Large sum of money. Some potions.
You roll a deception check if you're leaving one important piece out.
Which one is it? Some gem. What am I forgetting?
Probably the tapestry that might be worth 20,000 gold.
Oh, I thought she knew about that already. Because we openly spoke about it.
Did y'all? I don't know if she was part of that. I think that all she knew was just that you stole stuff. But if she knows, if you want to call that, then that's fine. Then she'll just pinpoint
I feel
that.
like we did.
I feel like she knows.
Yeah, I feel like she knew too.
Okay.
Purpose, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't hiding it.
You know, perhaps a litany of magical items, large sums of gold, potions, perhaps tapestry that was thought to be lost for, I don't know, over 100 years, and now that you have it and are trying to sell it for an exorbitant amount of gold. Is that worth killing for in your experience, do you think, as a criminal enterprise?
Sounds like it to me.
Maybe.
So, while we're here, we still have large targets on our backs. I don't see any reason why they won't attempt it again.
Well, from what I've heard, that first attack was well coordinated. In broad daylight. Now, they have an idea of your capabilities. And if I were them, I'd be a little smarter next time.
What do you suggest, Whisper?
Well, the most obvious course of action is to give the ship back and say we're sorry, but I don't like that very much.
Oh, we're not giving up that tapestry.
Second option is, well, wipe out an entire criminal syndicate on this island that's been rooted here for probably centuries. Easier said than done, I'm sure.
We did take out a baby dragon turtle.
It was a baby.
Well,
It's a-
Captain Darius of the Mask Emissary was interested in getting rid of the syndicate, or sorry, what are they called? Cartel.
Shadow Tides Cartel.
Oh, it appears that he owes Hayden a favor.
He does.
Or perhaps you offload that fucking wall carpet as fast as you can and get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I'm all in favor of selling the tapestry.
It's just how quickly we do
Okay,
it.
now.
That's of the question, I
We're
suppose.
just waiting for the event, right?
What is that? It's what is today? Is Souls Day?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
This one's normal.
Well then. We have 5 days until the symposium.
Fire's Day.
So we just have to stay alive until then. Easy enough, right?
Unless we can sell it before then.
Maybe
We
we
are
should
going
sell
to
it before
the
then.
art dealer.
We might not get as much money, but it's better than being dead in the street, I suppose.
And Mr. Sterling will be there. Maybe he would be interested in a private purchase, because we were intending to auction.
Is that the man who was expecting a presentation from me?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, I have prepared that. I haven't done public speaking for a long time.
Kurzite comes over and kind of like pats your back. Where's your bucket? I'll get that for you.
Oh, it's just in my office. Thank you, son.
Mm-hmm. And he takes every opportunity to get the fuck out of this meeting to go get your bucket.
All right. One last bit of business. Whisper and Hayden, I need you to get along for the time being. And if you have to punch each other and get drunk to call it good and even, then do whatever you got to do.
I hope that when we get back to the cove that it's not on fire.
As do I.
Is there perhaps a way for us to send word ahead that perhaps they should take precautions? Is
That
there
is
a
a-
risk of that?
That is an absolutely excellent idea, Kota. And I think that is, well, I personally think that is something that would be our duty to do so as a precaution. However, that would require some speaking to Blackbeak, which I can handle, of course. It's just a matter of what exactly I tell her.
Well, I do agree. I'm not saying you have to or what to say. There are so many holes to fill in still. We can't leave it too long, obviously, but it's either piss off the Conservancy or piss off Blackbeak. Or piss off this investigator again. I don't know if I can take any more of that. Such
Oh.
a dick.
I can say with confidence that, as well as Blackbeak, that, a good half of the Captain's Congress would, even at the hint that there might be a mole on this ship, would rather just sink the whole fucking lot of us than let us come back. If there was a chance there was a mole from the Conservancy on board. So, while both fortunately and unfortunately, I'm on this ship and I don't quite really want to be sunk. So,
None of us do. But the first order of business is to make sure that we are not unwillingly moling on the ship, indeed. Maybe that'll at least give Hayden a little bit of relief.
well,
Well, what is the best way to go about seeing who is a mole?
she was going to have a magic item check or something. What were you going to do, Kota?
Oh, we were going to try to detect magic on Hayden's person to see if perhaps there was something afflicting him. It was hard to tell when he was just walking around the ship doing his patrol before we had this discussion.
Well, what I meant, Kota, is not through magical means, but if someone is a spy within our ranks, we have to root them out somehow.
Oh, well, that's beyond my purview. I'm just the doctor.
I'm looking for advice from you, Whisper. What's the best way to go about that? I, for one, get a little squeamish. I'm not fond of torture.
Well, it's widely understood that once you do that, then they just tell you whatever you want to hear and doesn't really yield any results.
Great.
I mean, I'm not too far from what Blackbeak would do, to be honest, judging the stakes. But if our good doctor here was going to be doing a cursory search of magical things, and I'd say round up everyone, let's put all our cards on the table. Belongings, every inch of the ship. Turn this place upside down.
I can set up my office to have people come in one by one. We can call it a health check. We should do that anyway. I don't think it'll do us well to have anyone who's hiding any weird diseases on board. So I can roll that into it as well. It might take a while, but I do think it'll be worth it.
Maybe we can narrow things down a little bit. There are members part of this crew who have never been to Blackran's Cove. We could start with them first.
How many of them are there?
Oh, 5, is it? Jax. More 1.
I think it'd be Lucille, Jax, Magnar.
Yes,
I don't remember if Hellman or Artie ever went back or if you picked them up later or not.
we picked them up after.
So there's your 5.
And
No.
Magnar clearly used to work for the, the name always escapes me. I don't know. Maybe.
We should probably question him first, actually.
Shadow,
That's-
Tides, Cartel,
Yes,
Dark
Shadow,
Waters,
Light.
Mysterious. I mean,
Let me put in my notes.
we may as well rule out Magnar. He's an arcane magical user. Unless you think it's prudent to question him, but
Well, isn't the order allowed to use arcane magic as long as it's like registered?
You can only do whatever it is your job is, and that is it.
are you suggesting they would have registered magic users in some
Yeah.
sort of undercover
Yeah.
job to work against other magic users?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to put it past them.
I mean, that's pretty dark. And that's coming from me.
I mean, this is the Divine Order of the Conservancy, after all. The best way to infiltrate is to send one of their own.
What fucking self-respecting magical user would hunt their own?
One with everything to lose. Or someone born with that ideology stamped into them.
Fair point. All right, question him.
Very good.
No, question me. I don't care.
Are you working for the Order, Whisper?
No.
All right then.
Do I need to sing and
All
dance
right.
too, or is that it?
Do you want to waltz?
Never learned.
A jig then.
Not
I
on
can
on
do
the
a
ship.
main tango.
All right. I understand the plan. I'm gonna get some air. Let me know when it's my turn, Grandma.
Oh, Whisper, if you would mind actually just quickly come to set up some, what are they called? Partitions in my office as a little changing area. They're a bit heavy for me.
Right. 1 second. And she just goes outside, opens the door, and she just looks at you and goes, "You two! Get some screens up in the doctor's office!" She turns around. Done.
Wonderful, thank you, dear.
Is there some law where if you ask if someone's with the Conservancy, they legally have to tell you?
You don't know? There may be.
I think I heard that somewhere.
That's ridiculous. Why would they have to tell you?
Dork.
Speaking of, is there any of you magical people have any way to tell if someone's lying or find a way to search their soul? Fuck, I don't know. It's beyond me.
Oh, I really miss calls now.
Oh, I'm a little good at insight. I don't know if perhaps you want part of the process to be to question people, and I can be
Don't
there.
we have
as the-
So doesn't someone have Sword of Truth?
No, I can't.
Corded.
Go.
Corded.
Different?
That's fuck.
No one has a spell that can read minds. So.
No, I don't.
Might.
Well, I'll make sure
But
everything gets ready.
after the initial physical screening, we can let them get dressed and have a little chat.
Did we find out what kind of cast the MacLeod is?
Define what kind.
Divine.
Well,
His
what did,
class and level.
what did he use against you?
I wasn't there for that.
Can't recall.
I just looked through my spell book. I did not have anything that can read minds. I thought about taking a spell that allows that to happen, but I did not, because the person that you are reading the mind, they know that it is happening when it is happening, so it didn't seem very useful.
Maybe a way to procure it somewhere, but that's not going to help us now. That would require us going somewhere to procure that. You all figure this out. I need air. And she just gets up and walks out. And she turns and looks back when she's walking to the door. This needs to stay with the officers. I'll let Kurzak know, but this is something that will panic the crew and could cause a mutiny if it were to get out. If they think that there's a mole on board the Order.
Right.
We will need to cover it in a. Maybe if we saw someone had a rash or something and we need to check.
Well, it's just a
And-
scheduled health inspection.
Indeed.
You're not going to tell Black Peak about this?
Not yet.
We
But
appreciate it.
if we can't figure out the bottom of this conservancy thing, then it's out of my hands because, well, I like some of you. It's not worth endangering the cove.
Right? If she needs to get involved, she needs to get involved. But if you are to tell her, my only ask is that you tell us that you are going to tell her before you do. So we know that it is coming and that we are not blindsided, please.
Fair enough. You would know, if I remember correctly, the spells that MacLeod cast against you all. I believe it was Fireball, Lightning Bolt, Firebolt, I believe. So with a wizard and an artificer in your company, you know that with those combination of spells, it's arcane. There's no overlap between any of the others. And I think that's a good spot to go ahead and take our break. Y'all got a plan of action. And I think after we come back, you all can execute said plan of action. And then you have a busy day on the next day too, on Moon Day. But we'll remind you all of that when we get back. So don't go anywhere. Grab some snacks, get some beverage, stretch your appendages. And we will be right back here in just a few minutes. BRB, everybody. And welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you've gotten some snacks and cured some drinkies. I almost said beverages. I don't know why I said drinkies. Some snackies, some drinkies, and some stretchies. Hope all those things happened. Where we left off. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Moves?
Oh, I was like, me too.
Oh. Where we left off, the crew suspects there might be a mole on board, or that the Divine Order of Conservancy, colloquially called the Hunters, have some way of keeping tabs on them on their ship. So they're going to basically turn the ship upside down and search everybody and see if they can find anything. So with that, you all are on your ship, and I'm basically, this is going to take the entire day. Like basically Sunday, the 1st, is going to take the whole day. So you aren't going to be able to do literally anything else because you have a crew of 24 people total.
Wow.
So you're looking through everyone's belongings. You're looking through the
Really
entire
is
ship.
That's
I
all right.
mean,
What else were we going to do today?
That's
yeah,
true.
Nothing.
We didn't have any plans.
yeah,
Who are
this
we
is your
kidding?
day today.
The hunters are about to be the hunted.
The DM will remember this.
That's a lot. The deafening silence. Yes, that's fine.
But anyway, so what I'm going to do is basically all of the officers are just turning the ship topsy-turvy. So I'm going to have everyone just roll basically a group investigation is how this is going to work. And I'll roll
So
for
we get
Whisper
to add our
and Kurzak.
investigation number?
Yes. And
Okay.
basically, if anyone is happening to try and hide anything, if the group gets higher than the number, then it gets found. Make sense?
I'm sorry.
Sure.
I'm
Thought you were
sorry.
good at that.
I am.
Does the group include Whisper?
Yes.
So the numbers we secretly rolled comes into play, or is this for our items or for other people's items?
Anyone who's trying to hide anything.
Well, I mean, like, are we rolling this per item, or is it like, all right, we're in Jimmy's quarters. What's the investigation like?
That's
Jimmy.
a good question.
I have things to sabotage my number, and I just want to know if I need to sabotage my number.
Yes.
So
Yes. I think that's the easiest way to do it, because otherwise we're rolling for every single person on the ship. Yeah, I think that's the best way, just to do an overall number. So if you want to sabotage it, you sabotage the roll.
Okay, cool.
It's a
Because she
one-
just sabotaged like when we're searching a certain one. If she wants to,
Yeah, I like that's the thing is like I want to
Like, she
find if
doesn't-
other people are like naughty, but I don't want people to find out that I'm naughty. You know.
Ah,
I knew that's where this was going.
Gotcha.
I was gonna ask the same thing, honestly. So I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad
like I think this is like a valid way to go about it. Like can we have an investigation roll for like the crew and then investigation roll
So-
for like us fancy people?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. And what I will
We don't have a
do,
case system here on this ship. No, not at all.
what I'll
don't
do
know the words.
is we'll do individual rolls for every officer, and then we'll do one roll for the ship and crew. Does that make sense? And basically, like
Yeah.
I'll say for each individual officer, if Kurzak was hiding an extra ration, his roll would count, even though he might have hidden it somewhere, like in a barrel on a ship. Does that make sense? Like he
Right.
tried to hide something in his hammock.
It doesn't matter
but-
where it is. It's
Yeah. Does that sound fair to everybody? Is that cool? Everybody gets a roll, including Whisper and Kurzak.
Do I have a question in our chat, Max?
What's that?
Like, couldn't we hide said items in Hooter's bag of holding? And that would help mitigate some of that.
If you want, but you're also hiding it from all the rest of the officers. You're
And we
hiding
know
it
where the
from
bag of
each
holding
other.
is.
Well, as a core group, these two items are already known. The core
No,
mean from
not
Whisper?
necessarily,
mm.
because she's an officer now and she's included.
Well, what I mean from if
Like
it's in the
us.
bag of holding, there's no way anyone could find it unless they know what it is to recall it, correct?
oh,
Or someone asks Cooter to turn that thing inside out.
Okay, got it. Now,
Makes
boy,
sense.
this is rough.
If anyone would like to change anything, feel free to DM me.
I'm so confused.
There's suddenly like a ton of items and garbage just floating in the ocean around the
Yeah.
ship. We're like, what the?
So, long story short, first things first, we're gonna do a roll for the general crew to see if they're hiding anything,
This
if
one's
anything's
easy.
suspicious.
We all just do this one straight, right?
Yeah,
And
I
then-
guess the question is why do we have to do it for us?
If y'all don't want to search each other, you can. If Hayden's fine with you only searching him, that's fine.
Is Whisper fine with us only searching him? Is the bigger question. I kind of want to search Whisper, so I say we do it.
Whisper gave consent already.
Yeah,
She had nothing to hide. She said,
Hayden did as well.
that's what I'm saying. Is she going to
Then
be
we're
okay
good.
with us not
Yeah,
being
then
searched?
we're fine.
Yeah,
However,
if we're not giving, then we're good.
However, I will say, we're looking for a mole. I think everybody should be searched.
Thanks.
I know that I am not the mole, so I do not need to be searched.
Your
wonderful.
logic is profound.
I have
Does
thick
not me.
plot armor, so. Okay. All right,
well, I mean,
that's,
here's the deal. You know, I say, yeah, search me, whatever, search my shit. What if I hid something? What if one of you hid something? Sure, yeah, search everything you have on me. That's all well and good. Everyone knows a search is coming now. Better prepare for it.
We did not tell them that we are searching, did we?
We did not tell the crew, but every one of the officers knows. And she looks at Hayden. What if he had time to hide something? What if Azric's the mole all along and he hid something? What if Kuda, the one who's doing the searching, is the mole?
Oh,
See what I'm saying? So, if we want this to be the search Hayden party, that's fine, and see if he hid anything, or if anything's hidden on the ship, that's fine. But if I were in his shoes, I wouldn't be the only one that's putting that cards on the table.
As I was just saying, if there's a mole, everyone needs to be searched.
and it's also possible that somebody else hid the item in your belongings, and it wouldn't even be your fault.
Guess we'll have to ask everyone if they packed their own bags today.
I believe the first thing is to do the health inspection. Correct?
Yes, we're all prepared for that. Yep.
Right, very good.
So are we good to roll now? Do we agree?
I'm trying to lump everything all into one, and you guys keep breaking it all apart into smaller pieces.
No, I want to do
so we
it
can
as
do a
one.
bunch of rolls if
I
you
want
want.
to do two. I want to do.
All right.
Let's do
Two
the crew
rolls.
first. Let's get the crew done.
Yeah, let's just do the crew because like
Yes.
the only thing I care about is the crew. Like I personally don't want to be searched, but
Sure.
We know you.
That's literally up to you all. You all are the officers,
Yeah.
and you make the rules in the ship. I'm just going with what you all are saying. So you
Yeah.
make the rules. I'm just working within
So-
your rules.
To clear confusion, Mac and I, as players, assumed we were just doing a health inspection.
Mm-hmm.
There's people's belongings on their persons.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And Whisper suggested
where
to
we'll
turn the ship
start.
upside down to look for anything hidden.
so
I will
What if-
defer to the other players.
what if
Yeah.
like Azric and I do the health inspection while you guys go investigate this ship while everyone's in line, you know? Does that
I
make
think we
sense?
just do a roll for everyone, and we all now know that Taj and Azric finagled the situation into themselves not being searched.
Yeah.
Everybody cool? Yep.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. I'm fine with it.
Gotcha. So, okay.
They're kind of in charge. It would be easy for them to like.
We're in charge. So why are you searching us?
Yeah. So
Well,
this is.
you could let us search you. But
Yeah,
it would
yeah,
be,
yeah. So this is in two parts, right? First part is give me all your stuff. We're looking through it, right? That's part one. Second part is okay. Everyone said they gave everything up. Now we're turning the ship upside down to figure out what may be hidden. So it's not like we're searching you. If you don't want to give your stuff up, like that's between you all. But I know that at least Whisper pushed for the whole ship being searched to find like bugs or like that kind of stuff. So you all tell me what you want to do, and then I'll figure out the roles for it. So I just want to know what you all want to do, and then we'll figure it out.
I just want the stuff that we discussed in DMs like 10 minutes ago not to be found by Whisper. That's like literally all I want is like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be searched for those items not to be found.
Cool.
And if that means turning the ship upside down, I don't want to do that then.
Okay.
But if we turn up everyone else's shit upside down, fine. I don't fucking care. Like, if my room isn't touched, I'm happy.
Okay.
That's
We'll do
Just-
everything but the captain's quarters.
You
Yeah.
tell me what you want to do.
I'm not for being searched.
Yeah. It's not you specifically being searched. It's just the ship. And if anything's being hidden on the ship, then that would be searched. But I get it.
Like Azric and I can do maybe like him and I do a thorough search of the captain quarters to see if there's like a bug in our area, you know.
Sure.
But I don't want Whisper
Okay.
going through drawers.
Sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just trying to understand. You tell me. You're the bosses of the ship. So,
Yeah.
okay. So here's the deal. Everybody do a roll. This is just for
Okay.
the crew, the ship, not the captain's quarters, where things are.
I already did my roll. Can I
Investigation,
re-roll?
Yeah.
I'm keeping mine.
Yeah, I did my roll, and my roll is very high, which is why all of this started, because I have things to sabotage if I need to.
When given a free
Okay.
pass from the DM, take it.
I got a
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
It didn't change much.
We're just
Alright.
given the number on the die.
Yeah. Just give
Plus
your
your investigation.
Oh,
investigation.
plus. Okay.
Intelligence, if not.
This is stressful.
I got a math. I rolled 21.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
With my supreme intelligence, I have rolled a 10.
All right.
16.
It's my highest stat on my sheet.
Okay.
Once again.
Gotcha.
Better than a 6.
Oh, Cooter.
There.
Okay. So,
This was my good one last week.
first things first. So we'll get to the roll in a second. You go through all the crew, through all their belongings, the general rank and file, nothing out of the ordinary. You find someone had tried to smuggle an extra like bottle of rum in like their pack, which just makes the crew just upset, right? But you don't find anything like egregious. From people like individually, like they handed over their pack to you and they're like, oh shit, I forgot that bottle of rum was in there.
Who has something funny?
So when you all are doing your health inspection, Chowder, like, and she's like, all right, turn out your pockets, and she puts like 9 knives on the table. Right.
We're like, you didn't even have enough pockets for those. What?
Yeah.
Strapped to her inner leg, like inner sock.
Yeah.
Cleaver.
Yeah.
What
So
in her hair?
nothing out of the ordinary. So the crew themselves, you have no reason to believe they have anything weird on them. They've all given the stuff up.
You want to know my funny things? Let's see.
So we're gonna do the ship last, like the extra stuff last. So it sounds like none of the officers are letting their stuff get searched.
Oh, I'm letting my stuff get searched if people want to. I don't care.
Okay, so anything funny that you want to mention or anything that might be interesting?
I had a lot of buttons. Like just
Okay.
loose buttons, like a lot of them.
Yeah. And I'll
Forks, like a lot of forks.
I'll look at your sheet.
You realize
as
that
well.
Emmy's been stealing forks from every establishment we've been to.
You notice on Emmy's sheet, since you didn't try and hide anything that anyone knows about, you have a magical staff that you've never used that you've had for 25 episodes.
I haven't had a reason to use it yet. I'm usually a bear.
I'm just messing with you. No, run of the mill type stuff. And just
There's no use staffs.
there's literally a section on her character sheet that says trash hoard, and it's forks and buttons, like a doorknob, a pin, candlestick.
You add that stuff individually?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Well, this is a note section under other possessions. I just typed it in.
Oh no, yeah.
It's not like individual items.
But
Like
you like individually added items. I'm like, dang girl.
I'm
Okay.
way too lazy for that. I just typed them. I basically copy pasted them from a Google document.
There's a small gold medallion. There's a diary in there as well. You can explain
What's
it if
in
you
the
want.
diary?
It's not mine.
Oh. Whose is it?
Well, it was my mom's.
So what's in it?
Diary stuff. You can read it if you want, Cooter. It's not secret.
Have you ever opened it and read it?
Yeah, I've read it. It's missing some pages, though. I don't know where they are.
It would be so fascinating to learn about her life.
About my mom? Oh, sure.
Yes, and
but I can
yours.
just tell you if you want to know.
Well, maybe not right now, but
Okay.
it would be fascinating.
I really wish we were searching Taj because I've also noted on my sheet which items I've gifted to Taj. And I want to know if she still has them. But we're not searching her.
Me stuff.
I gave
I'm
you a
really
tiny
terrible at
wooden
writing
box.
anything on my sheets, so
I
I
know.
probably didn't write it.
I know. That's funny.
Alrighty.
Oh, I re-gifted
really-
that last Christmas.
I hate the like add system on this. Like, I just hate adding stuff. It like
That's why I just type it under, if you go to the other possessions tab, you just like type it like it's
I should do that, dude,
it's
because
just
I've been trying
easier.
to add everything individually, and it literally
do
is the
that
bane of
for
my
things that
existence.
matter. If it doesn't matter, I don't do that. I just note it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because D&D Beyond sucks sometimes.
It does.
They ain't sponsoring us.
Alrighty.
So what I want.
So you go through all Emmy's stuff, nothing, bad or incriminating or anything there. And Cooter, that's the only magical item that she's got. I mean, nothing else like seems weird or anything about her.
You realize that she doesn't need to be wearing her glasses.
They look good.
Yeah, she likes them. But you realize that
they're lensless?
They're not a prescription glasses.
Just glasses.
It's just the frames?
No, there's glasses.
Oh, okay.
Cooter, are you gonna show everyone what you got?
Dead? Oh, well, I have nothing to hide. Anybody want some monster goop?
You see just general adventuring items. You've noticed she has her bucket. She has some monster goop, some brackish trudge, a basilisk scale,
a bunch of gross stuff,
violet fungus parts, a bunch of that type of stuff.
You see,
amazing.
You note that she has a ring as well, some kind of signet ring. A bunch, like a scroll case that's just stuffed full of just like notes that she's taken from like research and experimentation. It's like, who the hell like just shoves like notes inside of a scroll case like this? But nothing nefarious from what you've seen. Azric, aside from the items that were already discussed,
correct,
which everyone knows about it. You're talking about the rudder and the Orby.
Yes.
Whisper don't know.
Yes, which everyone else knows except for Whisper. So Azric, do you just turn over everything else you got and let people see? Yeah. So nothing bad you see is his weapons, his armor, just a couple of other innocuous like things, normal adventuring gear. Nothing really. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Mostly just adventuring gear.
Boring. Next.
Pretty boring. You have a small rock with a hole in the center of it.
I just thought it looked nice.
Interesting.
Over to Hayden. Let's see. So Hayden, I'm gonna look at your inventory. You're allowing them to look through all the stuff that you got?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So you start, clinking around at some of these magical items. Cooter, you know about his cloak. You know that he has some magical bullets for his pistol.
That's right.
Couple daggers, pistol, his rapier, his cutlass, armor, several magical beads of force.
I've been trying to find ways to use this.
He's got his crossbow that he used to use till he got his pistol. He's got some fine rum stashed away that he purchased. A hooded lantern, some pitons, oil flask, just normal stuff aside from the magic items that I just mentioned. Yep. And Taj, aside from the things we talked about, are you gonna be like, here's the stuff I got? Or are you just gonna be like, nah, it's dumb?
Yeah, I mean, as long as no one finds out the other stuff, then I don't care.
You're good. We got all that cleared up. I mean, Taj, she's got some like really nice painting supplies that she just bought in the Gilded Atoll. Like they're really nice.
Cool.
Some really nice like clothing, has like a nice like crystal. I believe it was a ring that you were using for your spell focus. rations, potion of healing, has a nice jungle flower, has a gemstone, some rope, normal adventuring stuff, but yeah, a few gems that look really nice. Yeah, pretty much out of the ordinary, like adventuring type stuff. Kurzak just like hands everything over, and it's about as like benign as you could think. Has like a small sack of gold for like his take. Has very few belongings, like some clothing, like doesn't have a lot of personal possessions, which, you know, could be telling. Maybe he's a pirate, maybe he's, you know, not expecting to live long enough to have personal possessions, who knows, but nothing too out of the ordinary for him. Whisper, she just hands everything over. She has a few daggers, not as many knives as Chowder.
Nobody has as many knives as Chowder, let's be fair.
Yep, she has short sword, she's got a short bow. You look at her dagger, one of her daggers and one of her short swords are magical. They're just +1 weapons. The hood that she wears over her head is magical as well. It is a cloak of elven kind. Helps her be sneaky.
Cool.
Hands over some gold. Hands over her component pouch. She kind of puts it on the deck. She goes, I cast spells sometimes. You know that she's a magic user. She's mentioned it. Yeah. You know, pulls out a boot knife, puts it on there. She also has pretty slim pickings as far as items goes, and there's a very like ornate stone that she has that she kind of just puts on the table in front of her, and just sort of looks at Cooter. She goes, "That's how I talk to Blackbeak."
So what?
Oh,
It's a sending stone. One of them.
We finally figured out how she does it. Oh.
wonderful. Well, it's good to know that we'll be able to warn them in an emergency.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Oh no, I believe we'll be doing health checks following the search.
Fantastic. And she takes all of her stuff and like puts it all back together. Aside from that, like as far as like the crew's direct person, like you don't find anything weird on their person. You've been through all the officers, the stuff that you wanted stashed for Azric and Taj. That's in the captain's quarters. You guys handled it. You know, everyone who you want to know knows. Everyone who you don't want to know doesn't want to know, or doesn't know, I should say. So no problem there. And then you all do the search for the ship. And if I remember, the high roll was a 25.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So you're tossing through, and you're turning the ship upside down. Whispers overseeing this, making sure that like none of the crew does anything half-assed, like making sure that Kurzak's doing what he's supposed to, and you're tossing this whole thing, and you all find something, and it's near where some of the powder and the cannonballs are located. Appears benign at first. It's looks like a small like metal box, right? And it looks like it was stacked behind some crates, you know, behind a barrel, like out of the way. And we'll say that I think that the 25 was from Taj. That Taj, you find this metal box. It's about yay big.
You guys ahead found something?
What is it?
That is a good question.
Just looks like a box.
Is it magical? Is it? Did you need me to take a look at it?
I don't know.
Roll an arcane check or arcana.
Anyone?
I want to see people's reaction if there's people watching or not.
16.
I accidentally
Good.
rolled my shitty dice again.
I got a
Oh
dirty
no.
20.
9.
13.
So we'll get to Azric's point here in a moment. So with those rolls, you all know, like you're asking, is it magical? The box isn't, but you all do recall that one way to get around a detect magic is to put it in a metal box.
Right.
It can either be a foot of stone, an inch of a common metal, or a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So there's the box.
Does anyone know how to open this thing?
Does it have a lock or can I just open it?
Finally, we have Aiden.
Yeah, we do. Oh my god.
Well, have at it, lad.
I'm assuming it's got a lock of some kind.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Well, let me get me old thieves' tools.
Yep.
Because I have thieves' tools. I'm just not very great at using them. Don't have any opposable thumbs, you see.
It's
Okay.
near the powder and the cannon, so please check for traps first.
What's that?
It's near explosive, Hayden. Please check for traps first.
Wait.
I thought
Did
we
we
already
already pick it
removed
up?
it.
It's already been picked up. Yeah.
Well, you haven't opened it.
Oh, okay. I will examine it closely.
Investigation.
Okay. 12.
Looks like just a lock on a box.
Okay. Just in case this goes poorly, because I'm not exactly confident, please don't be near me.
Emmy backs up.
Okay. Let's hope I don't blow up. Well, that's a 25 to open that.
Oh yeah. This
He
lock
looks
just,
at it and it pops open.
yeah, he goes boo and it opens up the box. Yeah.
No
you
dexterity saves.
no, not trapped. You pop this lock open and think of it like one of those small like safety deposit boxes. Like the end opens up like about halfway and it kind of just lifts up. And you see that there is some kind of like a book or something in there.
Like small?
I mean, I don't know. Like this size.
Like a journal.
yeah. It's the first thing I was like this size.
Okay.
You know.
Is there anything locking the journal closed? Like another key lock or something?
No, it's not like a
I can just
clasp
open
or
it up.
anything. You can just open it up. Yeah, just pop it open.
Okay, I will open it up. Thumb through some pages. What am I see?
It looks like someone's diary. It looks like they're just writing like musings of the day. maybe some like poetry here and there, like some like not like great poetry either, but like some bad kind of poetry. Just like some doodles,
Chowder?
whatever the D&D equivalent of like the little S thing you used to do with like your like in class. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Because we're old.
I would just say, I would just turn to everybody. Everything that I'm seeing looks like somebody's personal journal.
Should we do another Arcana check on that thing?
I think that we should. It could be a code or, I don't know, in some sort of a secret thing that if it is not looked at or dispelled by a certain thing, then it appears as normal. Why else
Yeah,
would it be here?
I'll do some detect magic on it.
All right.
Okay, so Emmy, you're detecting magic. Go for it.
Joel. Wait, did I prepare that? I did not. I don't think I did. Hold on.
Emmy's
Did
not
I?
detecting
I have
magic.
it.
You would have because it's a new day and we talked about we were going to do this.
I chose not to sleep.
She didn't sleep. She stayed up all night.
That's
exhausted.
right. I have it. I will detect all the magics.
Yeah. I thought I could do
Yeah.
it, and then I remembered I said that.
Detect
Thank you,
magic.
yeah.
This thing starts glowing. It's a magic journal.
I wish to
Magic
identify it.
diary. What's that?
I wish to identify it.
All right.
It's Voldemort's
gonna-
diary. What?
Are you going to?
I touched it and
Jump in
go.
it. So you're using a ritual identification. This
Wait,
journal.
Nina, can you show me how you identify one more time, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I'm here for it.
You don't know if she's trying to like touch magic or tell someone's fortune, but it's like on another planet. It's
So-
not what you. It's not the.
You've been
It's not
watching
as
Taj too
elegant as what
much.
Taj does. Yeah.
So you identify this magical item, and the TLDR of this is it's a lot like a sending stone, except it's writing. Someone can write into a page of this journal, and it will appear on another piece of paper or journal somewhere else, and it can be used once per day.
Cool.
Does it have anything that looks like invisible ink, like as if they're covering up the whatever secret messages they're sending with the
Are they like
main
a lot of eraser
poem?
marks or something? Yeah.
So-
Or is it like the poetry is actually code for something?
Yes.
Like a riddle.
I'll say that's an investigation if you want to try and dig into some of that.
Yeah.
On Cooter. Roll well for once.
17.
I rolled low.
Just go with the 17. That's all right.
Would it be fair that
Oh, I rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a
13
7.
people-
Did you have any investigation?
It's an 8
Um,
actually.
I rolled
illusionary
low.
script.
Say that again. Boobs.
Yeah, 1.
I was like, since we're a ship full of arcane casters, wouldn't it be safe to assume that we know that illusionary script exists?
Oh yeah, definitely.
We already
Because-
know that it exists because of our book that we have.
Yeah, this is definitely not illusory script.
Okay.
It is not.
But it could be in like riddly code, like poetry could be.
Yeah, I like that idea. I got the 21 for the nat 20.
Yeah, I mean,
He reads a lot. Which is nerd.
some of this stuff, it on like the surface level, it looks just kind of like no big deal. Some bad poetry, some writing about the day, like stuff like that. And it kind of like the back of your head, you're thinking, well, we found a weird like letter one time that was just kind of out of place. Like the writing makes sense. It's not like it's gibberish or anything, but why would someone write about like this kind of stuff like
And then hide it.
here? Yeah.
Do you all remember that random piece of paper we found in that house one time? And we were like,
yeah.
oh, what is this? Why did someone just leave this piece of paper here with writing on it? I wonder if this is similar.
Well, okay, it's talking about the stuff that happened in a day, right? But it's also like, is it the stuff that's happening to the ship on a day-to-day basis? Because that, if they're, that's still information they'd be giving out, right?
Yeah, I mean, for example, like I went down to the market today and I bought some stuff, and man, I wish there was more rum. The seas are blue and I'm really tired. I want some money. Let's get these cannons fired.
Does it say like we landed in Essos on this date?
Escos.
Like,
No.
sorry.
There's there's no entry or anything like that. And it looks like it's not like a year-long journal. It's maybe a couple weeks at best, maybe a week or so, or depends on how many entries. Like it's not a full journal. It's just writing. It's hard to tell.
It's just random writing, so we don't know anything.
Yeah, it's not
All
like
right.
a day one. Blah,
I
blah,
can
blah, blah,
solve
blah.
this. Cooter, as part of your strip search, can you start making everyone write down their name and then make them write a sentence, like this sentence here, and I'll just point to a random sentence in the book. And then we'll just compare handwriting.
Oh, we can get them to fill out their details when we do the to make sure we have everyone.
Good idea.
Maybe we can have them do the date of birth and the name. That way, if there are dates, we can maybe check numbers.
Yes, the way that they write the numbers should match up.
And next of kin they want to form in the event of their death.
Oh, good idea. That's probably good to have regardless.
And
Yes,
that way,
yes,
it doesn't
it
seem weird and
Do you
random.
think Cooter has a family? Or do you think she
Well,
just
I
appeared
mean,
one day?
I'll
know
just put
mine's dead.
NA in that column. That's all right. You're my family
Or
now.
gone at least.
What did I say Cooter? I meant Chowder. Sorry.
Oh,
I was like,
well,
I mean, that's so rude.
Sorry. I know that would have been way too rude for
right
Emmy.
in front of my face,
I meant
too.
Chowder. I meant Chowder. I was just having trouble picturing Chowder with a family.
Wow. Everyone has a mother.
She's so murderous.
Emmy.
DM,
Or who
I'm
has
trying
the
to-
notebook right now?
I think Emmy does because I rolled the nat 20.
I'll
Can I-
DM the DM. It's all right.
May I take a closer look at it?
Oh yeah, sure.
No, I'm going to slowly go line by line on some of these entries.
Mhm.
Is there I don't know. You said there was some, it didn't make sense just reading it as it was.
So it looks like normal writings that someone would do, right? The thing
There's
that makes
some-
it weird is why go through all the trouble of hiding this thing in a locked container behind a bunch of stuff? That's what makes it odd. The writing just seems like someone would write stuff.
But the
Now-
fact that it also sends messages will explain why it's been hidden away.
Well,
There aren't any messages in it.
yeah, I was hoping to find some sort of weird inconsistencies or patterns, but there's nothing that catches my attention. Did we check? Would your identifier tell if there was magical ink, perhaps?
It can, yes. But from what I can tell, it doesn't. Is there anything in the journal about old Gramps, baskets, coming to shops, Susanna's or mothers or butterflies? Anything like that?
Oh, right.
No, I mean,
Oh, well.
and just to be clear, I have not written a whole journal out for this. I have not written every single page. So maybe they wrote a poem
Max,
that
you're
had
really
this.
letting the ball drop.
I know, right? I'm
Can't
so
believe
sorry.
you didn't write a journal.
Basically, I would be curious to know if, for those of you listening at home, we previously when we found that old house where someone was casting magic and there were some explosions, and we found a letter that said, "Tally ho, when did you want to see your old Gramps," etc., etc. I was just wondering if it was in the same style as how that was written. Because that letter we found was quite cryptic, and I could only imagine that perhaps it might be tied to something like this. I could be wrong.
Was this when I was stone?
Yeah. We were looking for you.
Yes, I believe so.
We were
That's
trying to
right.
find you, and that led us to this house, and then that's how we tracked you across the water and came here.
And that's why we were suspicious of the letter, because we kind of got led to this house where someone was accidentally popping off explosions, magical explosions. It was part entertaining and part intriguing.
Your memory is so good, Cooter.
Yes, that's what I do with my keen observancy.
What's the earliest entry?
They're not like dates. It's not like,
We don't
Quintus
know,
the 25th. It's just like writing.
Okay. I was just saying, like, if it equates to which crew members we newly acquired on the ship.
Okay. So it's hard to tell, like, that like this isn't like 100 pages full of stuff. It's like maybe a dozen or two, right? But it's not like one entry equals one day. It's just someone like killing time or writing poem or writing about their day. Not like a structured like daily journal type situation, if that makes sense.
Kind of like what mine look like in real life, where I try to start journaling and it doesn't stick very well.
Same.
What if we leave everything as it were and keep an eye on this spot?
Keep a bucket on it, if you will.
We could keep a bucket on it.
I like this idea.
And we can find out who it is, because we touch the ship clean, correct? So that means they'll want to see if we found this or not.
I like it.
So we say we didn't find it.
Or we don't say anything at all.
Yes, correct.
Oh, they'll come to look.
How are we going to keep
That's
watch?
right.
Do we rotate watches? Or?
Bucket. Does Bucket sleep?
Oh, we're not going to
No,
do it.
he doesn't need to sleep.
And we have Tosh. She can clairvoyant.
If Bucket tells us that there is somebody near, then I can use my clairvoyance.
Bucket can just run to us and point out who it is, unless I'm going to be in bucket mode for like the next 24 hours, which I can do, but depends how long it takes. So basically.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
But I can say something and then Tosh can also look, just so that we have more eyes on the situation.
Oh, you know what? I picked the lock on the case.
Can you relock it? Can you unpick it?
Don't you just like, doesn't a pick lock just open and then you just close it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't like bust the lock, right?
You didn't damage it.
Is that how it works?
Luckily, we
He
didn't.
rolled high, so he didn't damage it. Yeah.
Mr. DM.
Yeah, as a person who's watched extensive amounts of lockpicking lawyer,
You're going to say that?
the locking part is usually pretty easy. The unlocking part is when like the pins and stuff catch. So
Okay. Yeah.
so
well,
you should be able to just put your tools back in and just turn it back.
all right. I'll handle that. And you put it back where you found it.
Okay. And I'm gonna hide Bucket over here under this napkin, under this tarp. Bucket, I'll be watching. You know the drill. Extra bacon when the job's done.
Cool.
Find out.
Was anyone actually sick through the health check?
Oh yeah. Who has scurvy? Who has smallpox? Who has STD?
He's got a rash on their big toe.
So your ship has a morale currently of +5. You've been in port for several days. Everyone has had a chance to like wash up, like have nice food. Like you've been giving people shore leave until like recently, so they're doing fine. No one's like hurting or anything. You haven't ran out of money and are like not feeding your crew, so they're doing okay. I mean, there's some bumps and bruises and like general day to day. Maybe someone has like a rope burn or something.
How many times a day does Chowder cut herself while cooking?
She's very well adept with knives, so never.
Cool. That's awesome. Okay.
All right, remember, this is between all of us. Nobody mentioned anything found.
Correct.
Understood.
Are you putting it back where you found it?
I would say not even talk about it amongst ourselves.
Oh.
In case someone overhears. Just in case someone overhears.
That's a good plan, at least until we know that someone's interacted with it.
Also, it could be one of us whose journal it is. Wait. No. That would make sense.
All right. Cool. Let's move on now.
Chowder, you can put your pants back on now, love.
So pretty much like everyone's gone through their inspection. You found the thing, you've put it back in its place. You've got a blue crab looking at it. It's the end of the day. Like I mentioned, this took you all day to get through every single crew member, to go through everyone's magical stuff, to turn the ship upside down. This is like one of those things where it's just all day. So you've got kind of a decision to make now. So you have Bucket keeping watch underneath a tarp, you said, on this barrel.
He's just hidden nearby. Yeah.
Sure. Make a stealth roll for Bucket.
Okay.
You mentioned are you going to look through Bucket's eyes all night?
For the first like 5 hours, probably, maybe 6.
Because if you do that, you will not get a long rest.
I know. I don't want to do it all night.
While you're keeping watch.
That's what I was thinking is just like my shift is just going to be doing that. And then Taj, how long does clairvoyance last?
10 minutes.
But then he can come and wake you up or wake someone up if he sees something, right?
Yeah, he could easily come and find someone and wake them up if he sees something.
Mm-hmm.
If he can escape.
Unless they kill him. Which then I'll re-summon him the next day and ask him who it was. So
would it wake you up if he gets murdered? Like, do you see him in your dreams?
No, I don't
while
think so.
You're like,
That's so weird.
No, it's like an ability to look through his eyes. It's not like it's like I
Damn.
still have to do it, you know.
Damn.
Yep. So it's night time.
By the way,
Are you all taking turns on a watch? How do you all want to do this? Because you know the following morning after breakfast is your meeting with Isaac Sterling as well as Lucy and Ashbourne.
Right. All those guys.
And we have
so
and we have to get fancy pants sorted.
yeah, so on Moon Day you have your after breakfast meeting with Lucy and Isaac. You have Hayden pick up his fancy clothes from the Gilded Tailoring. You are due to pick up an echoing crystal from Zafira for some money, and she'd agreed to find a contact for Emmy to find a magical item. So those are all tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to spend some considerable time away from the
Busy
ship.
day.
I'm tired just thinking about it. I mean, Bucket can stay and watch it all day, and then when we get back, he can tell us who it was.
As long as they're concerned that everything is fine, so they have no reason to look over their shoulder.
And I can do clairvoyance from a mile away. So
Sick.
I can like check in every once in a while, I guess.
Yeah, and I can check in with Bucket every once in a while during the day too. Like we'll just take turns, like keeping an eye on the situation.
Alrighty. So who's staying up for watch, if anyone? And then I'm going to assume that on the following morning, it's Bucket is there watching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay up for
I
one.
can watch. I'm pretty well rested now, finally, for the first time in centuries.
So Cooter and Azric are going to take the first one. And with our game, we just do 2. This is easier. So is anyone going to be on second watch?
What Emmy was going to do first, just to keep an eye
Emmy's
on
on
Bucket
first.
for first
Yeah.
watch, just in case someone's like anxious and gets over there right away.
Yeah,
and then I'll do
go
the
on
second.
I can take second too.
Azric and Hayden on second. Emmy and Cooter on first.
Taj is just chilling. She's sleeping.
Taj
That's
is
what she
going
do.
Mimi.
I think it's hilarious if
Taj
Taj
is
just never
not-
does a shift.
Yeah, she's not a team player. She's like, I'm sleeping.
She's like, y'all
No,
got
she needs
this.
her beauty sleep.
I am
Yeah,
sleeping.
Yeah, I trust y'all.
so funny.
Cool. Okay. So during sleepy times, I would like for the first watch, Emmy and Cooter to make perception rolls for me.
Oh, which dice do I use?
Not that one.
I was
That
like,
one.
none of the ones that you
I
own.
feel like all of them are I have a whole bag full of dice, and they're all.
I don't know, but you have to roll good because I
trash.
did not. So figure it out.
That's an 18.
If you have-
Wait,
Nice,
perception?
it worked.
Yeah.
Perception, right? So
Yeah.
that's a 23.
Amazing.
10 for me.
What's
10.
up?
You are keeping an eye as nonchalantly as you can on this box hidden behind a barrel, hidden behind a box, hidden behind cannonballs. And
I'm
it's
just sitting on the ship and passively perceiving what's happening to the box.
and you guys don't see anything out of the ordinary. Most people are getting things ready for the ship. Most people are going to bed. Some people are staying out late. You know, some of the crew are out carousing themselves. But nothing going on. You haven't seen anybody go over there and inspect anything like that.
At least I got to make some progress on this farming situation of yours, Emmy.
That's going to be so good. We're
Yes,
gonna
it
have
is.
so many fresh vegetables to eat.
You can never have enough oranges. Imagine if we could grow a whole tree.
I don't know if we can do that, but I could try. If we
I'm
have the
sure you can.
space. Okay.
It'd be really pretty. Can you imagine having a big tree?
That's
and then
true,
with
that's
a
true.
flag on top. Oh,
I
beautiful.
do like oranges, so I hope we can make it work. I didn't buy any orange seeds though, so I mean, I guess maybe I did. I just bought a bunch of
Well, we
seeds. I
have.
don't even know what I got.
But we have oranges. We can make some seeds from them. They have seeds in them.
Is that how oranges reproduce?
I don't know, but we can try. Let me make a nature roll
We'll
and
find
find
out.
out. That's a 14. We'll try and
We'll
see what
try.
happens.
Anyways, I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna go wake up Azric for his watch.
I think you need to sleep, love.
I'm
It's
really
been a long couple
tired.
of days for you.
But I'm gonna leave Bucket to keep an eye on things, so just in case, and I'll check with him in the
Yep.
morning. He knows the
Good
crew. He can
night.
tell us who it was.
Cool. Just for everyone at home, in case you forgot. Yes, orange trees can grow from orange seeds.
But I've never seen an orange seed.
Don't you pick them out when you eat them?
No.
You must only eat seedless oranges.
Never seen an orange with seeds in it.
What? IRL?
Lemons have seeds. Limes have
Everyone
seeds.
has been well bamboozled.
Limes?
Do oranges have seeds?
Yes.
I've never seen
Yeah,
one
some
with
do.
them.
Never seen a lime seed.
They're like in the wedge. Like if you cut them into wedges, they're like.
I mean, there are oranges that are seedless. Yes.
I think I just buy the seedless ones.
Like the common like navel orange is seedless now.
yeah, that's what I get. I think
And they'll
I'm
just,
losing
like,
my mind right
graft.
now, you guys.
But no, they're like
Losing my
I'm
mind.
assuming
Chat
Confused with
confirms.
Emmy. You are Emmy.
I'm Emmy right now. Me and Emmy
No,
are one. We've never
this
seen an
is-
orange before.
I'm assuming that it, you know, and it's my world, so I get to make the rules. There has not been like severe like plant grafting and like crazy
Well,
nonsense of like
I didn't know. I've never seen it, so I didn't
seedless
know.
fruits for fun. Yeah.
Anyways, Emmy's going to bed. Bun Bun also needs to go to bed, clearly.
But no, it is true that there are a lot of like the common, like some of the oranges that you buy at the store don't have seeds because they're basically bred to not produce seeds anymore
Interesting.
to make it easier for eating because they can
Well,
grow it in other
I
ways now.
saved all the seeds from those oranges I made orange juice from. How about that?
Cool. Put them on your sheet. And then you can keep a plant plot up or something like that. Okay. Now over to Hayden and to Captain Azric. Roll some percepties.
Okay.
Man, this is like the third time I've rolled a 21.
Hell yeah.
Can I borrow your dice?
I had
You
big
all-
numbies on my sheet too.
You'll have to remind us in our group chat of when your birthday is so we can get you some actual dice. That'll roll well for you. Nina.
Get you real dice. Your dice suck.
another 6 to 8 months.
It's fine. You can just be a late birthday present or an early one, whichever
I
direction
mean,
you want to go.
you're in Australia. They celebrate Christmas in July, right? So
Yeah.
we'll just
Your
I got
birthday is way
Christmas all
sooner in
year
America
round,
than it is
baby.
in Australia.
That's
yeah,
how
your
exactly how that
American
works.
birthday. Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
We go by seasons
Oh,
instead
you
of
can't
months.
see my tree in the cropping. It's like right there.
Yeah, see, it's Christmas every day. We'll get you.
It
We'll
is.
get you.
Got you, girl.
Okay. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You guys are keeping eyes on the prize here. Might be a little weird for Captain Azric to not be sleeping in the captain's quarters, but he's slumming it with the crew, as everyone seems to think.
Yeah, it's a team
Him
bonding.
and Taj had a fight. She kicked him out.
So we're down below keeping watch.
Yes, it
Okay.
was next to like some of the gunpowder and the cannons, some crates, stuff like that.
Oh.
So you're all keeping watch here, and some people stumble in that have had a long night of fun and carousing at the atoll. For certain,
I didn't
as
realize we
you
were
all,
all down there.
what's that?
I didn't realize we were all down there. I thought it was just Bucket, and the rest of us were just like doing our normal watches.
Well, I mean that's news
was
to me.
the
How would you
intent.
know if anything happened to the?
Bucket's watching.
Because it's the
Then Bucky
Or
needs to be making
thingy.
some perception, and then nobody else can perceive unless he sees something. So
I mean, we can do it this way too. I just got
it's okay.
confused.
It's already done.
So,
You see Karzak come in real late, and with Slug, and Hellman, and Magnar. Actually, you say who to Karzak?
No, the
Karzak's
other
twin
one.
brother,
no, the other one.
Slug,
Yeah, who's Slug?
one of the Goblin crew members.
Oh, I do not remember Slug.
I
I've
know,
recruited so
awful.
many people, y'all.
yeah.
I asked Max to send us an updated list, so it's all there.
And they come in a little late, and Slug like takes a spill down the stairs, and then Karzak's clearly sloshed out of his mind, like shh, and does the thing where the shush is louder than what actually happened, and
It's me.
and then they start rummaging around looking for food and like stuff to eat and like looking like for more drink. And you see them just like rummaging around through stuff and like trying to like cop some rum and all that.
Get to your bunks.
and they just like look and they see you there and they're just like, oh shit, eyes as big as saucers, like what's the captain doing down here? And Karzak is like, and that's right, and no more staying out late for you two, and you're gonna be cleaning the guns all morning. Karzak is the lead gunner.
For Rue's sake, Hayden and I are playing cards.
Mm-hmm. And they straighten up and they'll all get back into their bunks and call it a night. But other than that, nobody grabbing the journal or anything. Anything you all want to discuss before the night's end?
I don't know if we should discuss with the crew or.
No.
Oh, big day for you, Hayden. Gonna get your fancy suit tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Almost don't care at this point.
At least you'll have something nice for any occasion.
That's true. Hopefully it doesn't look stupid.
I saw the ace up your sleeve, by the way. Not.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah, no. Don't cheat against your captain.
I would never.
All right, well, I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
Alrighty. Sun comes up. Everyone has the benefit of a long rest at this point, so you can prepare any new spells that you want. You gain all your spell slots back, get any health back if you happen to be missing any, and yeah, no activity around this conspicuous box.
Oh, is it?
But early in the morning, and I'm assuming you're going back and getting ready in the quarters for the day, wash up a little bit. You see Gatto, one of the bugbear on your crew, sort of comes running back and then he bangs on your door. The captain's quarters.
Yes?
Oh, Captain, priority message for you.
Priority message. All right, thank you.
And just leaves you like an envelope. It's a really nice envelope and has like a wax seal on it.
Is there a insignia on the seal?
In fact, there is.
Oh.
And the insignia is too many notes. I have three many notes. It looks like a seal from Sterling Shipping Consortium.
Oh. I'm gonna crack the seal and open up the letter.
Awesome. And one moment, because I would like to thank Blue Cottage D&D for bringing your community on over here. Thank you so much
Welcome,
for the raid,
everyone.
you all. Hope you had a fantastic time. Tell us about your session. They're just here trying to find out a mole on their ship and figure out who's spying on them. So thank you all in. If this is your first time, welcome. We'd love for you to stick around and hang out. Go check out our YouTube and our Discord as well. But thank you very much. We appreciate all of it. We're a fully immersive D&D campaign, so we do see all of your follows and all of the subscribes and stuff like that, and we very much appreciate them. So thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So you open this fine letter, and it's like one of those small, like, cute letters that like fits like an index card. It's like a full like thing, and it's like this very nice little index card. It's like who would put like stationery in like their company name on like this tiny ass card, but it's there, the Sterling Shipping Consortium, and it says, sorry, change of plans, we're having breakfast now, be here early. Sterling.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Early. Yeah. Did it say the establishment we're eating breakfast at? Or we already agreed on?
You agreed to meet him at his tent previously after breakfast, but now I want you to be there early. So I'm guessing that you can go to breakfast.
Okay. I'll rouse up my artist expertise, Taj, and I'll just get the crew, basically.
Everybody together. Who all you taking with you? Just the party?
Yeah. Just Hayden is the muscles. Taj and Cooter are our artificiados. Emmy is our historian. And we'll dress up nice.
Hayden does not have nice clothes until you go get them.
Yeah.
Did they Hayden, we'll start at a certain time. Sterling wants us to go much earlier.
Like now.
Yes, now.
And it's how early?
It's like right at sunrise. I'll just say for ease of time here, they were expecting you like maybe at 10 or so, and then now they're like, be here at 8. We're going to brunch, basically.
I do like brunch, but
I would
suspicious.
seriously doubt that the garment shop is open this early.
Well, Taj has a costume cupboard. We can make do.
You can wear any of my clothes here.
If it's all the same, I think I'll just wear what I have and stand outside if need be. Huh?
It is not the same. You said if it is all the same that you'll wear what you're wearing, but it is not the same.
Fair.
The people that we are meeting with are very particular and do not do dealings with people that are perceived as,
Well, I've met them
how you
once
say, poor.
in what I was wearing now. Didn't I?
You met Isaac Sterling, but that's not the person who's helping you with the painting. He's just the liaison.
Oh. Well, do they look cheap, these clothes you have?
Maybe to
So-
a trained eye, but it is better than wearing our adventuring clothes. You might put these on and then maybe we can stop at the shop on the way there. If it is open, you get your clothes. If it is not open, then this will do. And you can send outside.
Fine.
Yep. There's basically the options that you have, which you've pretty well laid out, are rush to the garment place to see if you can catch the guy opening and get your stuff and get out, or show up with Hayden not looking fancy. So it's take a chance, maybe be late, but make sure Hayden looks nice, looks the part, be there,
Or split the party.
be there on time, have Hayden not look fancy like what was requested, or split the party.
So
Richie
even Taj's disguise stuff wouldn't pass.
Maybe if you stood outside and he got like a glance at you, but that was one thing that was requested from Mr. Sterling, is that Lucien Ashbourne is very particular and basically only deals with the most elite clientele. So he would be the kind of person that'd be like, what are you wearing? Like a Versace? That's not it. Like, that's obviously a knockoff. You spot that from a mile away.
So what will you have me do?
You know what? Let's split up.
You can come later, maybe send outside, or do you even need to be there?
That's also valid.
I suppose not.
Maybe you come later, send outside?
Sure.
You can be our bodyguard.
Well, I think that was the plan.
Were you seeing Sterling for the artwork? Is that right?
His contact.
Who's going to appraise the tapestry?
Oh, wonderful. Well, I don't know anything about art, so if you want a companion to go pick up your clothing, I'm happy to tag along.
I think I would. If that's the plan, then yes, that'd be great. I need someone to tell me if I look like a fool.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be great.
All right. So what is the plan?
Emmy, Taj, and Azek are going to go for breakfast, and Cooter and Hayden are going to see if his clothes are ready.
I don't like getting that fancy anyway.
Gotcha. Okay. So you are splitting the party. Hayden and Cooter are rushing back to see if his stuff is ready.
And if I'm up with us.
And if I'm not mistaken, you were going to Gilded Tailoring, which is owned by a dwarf named Garrett, who's having some of the items created for you. So you all rushing there. You're definitely going to be late, but that's okay. Which does leave Emmy, Azric, and Taj going through the streets of the Gilded Atoll, wearing your fanciest of clothing that you'd purchased.
We look
previously.
awesome.
Yeah, you
Yes,
look
thank you.
fabulous. You all look fabulous. So you make your way over to Mr. Sterling's sort of large temporary tent situation here. And it's just as busy as it was before. And he looks over and he's like, "Oh, you got my note."
Yes, rather unexpected coming earlier, but I'm glad we made it on time.
Do you know how things go like this? It's just changing plans. I was hungry and I thought, why not just talk to Mr. Lucian over breakfast? Perhaps disarm the situation a little bit. Make sense?
Oh, yes, absolutely, yes.
And he looks around. Where is that tinkerer? She owes me a presentation. I won't forget.
Oh, she is actually finalizing the schematics for the presentation. So you'll absolutely be blown away.
Well, I can only hope so. Now, we are running late as it is anyway. You'll have to send a runner to tell him know where we're going. Have you ever been to the ephemeral Epicure?
No, I've heard wondrous things.
You are in for a most delectable breakfast, sir.
I very much look forward to it.
Indeed. And Taj, if you will roll just a history check for me, because we need to see how much art you know about.
Can I use my inspiration?
You can use that for sure.
And what am I adding to it? It's a what?
Just history.
22.
22. Okay.
I'm really glad I used my inspo because I got a 4 and a 19. So
I'm gonna say with a 22, I'm just gonna send this to you because that's a good roll. And I will send you this.
actually, I mathed wrong. It would be 23.
Oh, well, that changes everything. It's even better.
I mean, I don't know if it. I don't know if it
No, you're
actually
good.
changes anything, but
You're good. You're good. You're good. No worries. And I have sent you a message. This is an image there. These are all the sort of artists and their description and the pieces that they've done before and like descriptions about them to try and impress this person. So with that high enough a roll, you know as much as Cooter had from reading that book as well.
Mhm.
So as you all are sort of getting ready to go, Mr. Sterling starts making idle chit chat, and you'll have to help me with what your personas name with Isaac Sterling because I've forgotten.
It was Jonah.
That's
Like
right.
This is the person we met in that like fancy area.
Yes. Yeah.
I was trying to make sure I was Taj and not somebody else.
No, you were Taj at that point.
Yeah.
So, firm handshake to Azric, and then, a bow and a kiss on the back of the hand for Emmy and Taj, if you allow it.
Emmy allows it, but you can tell she doesn't like it.
She's like, ew.
Yeah.
I see that
Gross.
you've brought your experts with you. I hope they're well versed in the arts, because I have known you seem to pop quiz people just to see if they're the real deal.
From Thalia to Rin to Kira, like all the great.
Right. Well, I suppose we should be off then.
All right. Please lead the way.
Of course. And I mean, he looks like, it kind of gives the air that his walking around clothes are about as fancy as the fanciest clothes you bought, if that makes sense. So you're dressed about on par with him, which is good. So you begin making your way over to the ephemeral Epicure. And it is just think of a way that it just exudes like ambiance and luxury. Like, it is a permanent establishment here. It's not one of the tents set up for the symposium, but it has a lot of open air areas for like seating and outside. And this place is packed. But think of, it's like one of those really, really nice, like 5-star, like 3 Michelin star like restaurants that you're like, man, I'd like to go there. And then you like look on their menu online and there's no prices, and you know that I can't do that. And it's like, this is only a tasting menu. Like, I don't want to drop $500 for 2. Like, that kind of bougie in this place.
Did you know that the Michelin star is the tire company?
Yes. Isn't that wild?
It's so weird. Yeah. More you know.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
They keep their Michelin agents a secret as well. It's not published who they are, so people can't like try and bribe them or anything. Okay. Yep, so you make it over there, and it's just fine dining to the max. And there's like this rich mahogany, like tables and chairs, which is imported because mahogany is not growing anywhere here, right? It's like a desert island that they turn into a city, basically. Fine like crystal, like glasses, fantastic. There are sort of, in this open air, there's like columns and there's sconces, but they're all sort of like magically lit. They're not flame or oil or anything like that. There's like a band playing like some light tunes in the background. It is just top tier for sure. And we will jump over to Cooter and Hayden. How much of a hurry are you guys running through the streets to get to this place?
I think we're speed walking.
Unfortunately, I don't have expeditious retreat. I could if need be.
I think we look like a bunch of early morning exercisers, just kind of like run walking.
You're mall walking. Got it.
Yeah.
More walking to the tailor.
Alrighty, so you finally get over there, and you're late already, and you show up and you try the door. Nobody's there yet. It's locked up tight. What do you do?
Oh,
Are there windows
strange.
on?
There's a window right out front. Lets you see in there with like some examples of custom tailored outfits and stuff.
Does it look like there's a candle lit, or like there's a presence of somebody in the shop potentially?
Not that you can see.
Can I put my ear hole against the door and perceive any sounds?
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Screw this dice. Screw that dice. Let's try this one. Yeah. Ugh. 16.
16. Yeah, you don't hear anyone milling around outside. And you notice, like, there aren't that many shops that are open currently at this hour. You can see, like, across the street, there's people milling around. It looks like one small shop with, like, just trinkets and, like, baubles is just, like, someone's just now rolling up and is opening up the store.
If we're running late, what time were you supposed to pick up your things?
Well,
If they're not even open yet.
I don't believe he was expecting me this early.
Oh, well, then we didn't have to run. Whew.
I didn't think so, but it kind of felt right.
There was a sense of urgency, that's true.
Everybody was-
back to us.
Everybody was in such a hurry this morning. I just figured we should probably be in a hurry too.
Yes, it's contagious,
God.
isn't it?
Killing me.
Well then, what do we do until they show up?
Is there like
Is there opening hours on the? Is
yeah,
there
I was
like
going to
a
ask. Is
placard?
there,
No, it's Skyrim rules. You just gotta show up and hope they're there.
Oh
there
my
was a
God, that's
shop.
so funny.
you said there was a shop that was opening up like across the street?
Yeah, it's like some trinkets and baubles.
Maybe they know.
Yeah, let's morning.
And this sort of a elderly, like, gnome gentleman looks up. Huh?
Good morning.
Yeah. What open?
Why are they always old? The
Didn't even think
clothing
about
shop
that.
across
We
the
don't
way.
sell clothes here.
No,
Trinkets,
I'm aware.
baubles.
do you know the owner of the shop across the way?
No, I'm the owner of the shop.
Across the way. The
No,
clothing
this
shop.
is my shop.
But do you know the person who owns that shop?
Are you
No, when
still
they
yelling at him from across the street, or are you?
No,
gonna,
No, we come
come
over
over.
there.
Yep,
yeah.
you come in. Well, no, this is my shop. Yes,
In a fine shop it is.
thank you.
Do you know the owner of the shop across the way that sells clothing?
Oh, Mr. Garrett.
Yes. When about do you see him in the morning? Soon? Later?
I don't really converse with him. Too busy in his work. He had to get the gilded title, didn't he? Well,
Yeah.
I don't think his things are that great anyway, to be honest.
Well, I'm no expert.
I think he slid some gold under the table.
I think you're probably right.
Hmm.
I think that's how most of it's done here.
Well, I mean, maybe, but I take offense to that.
Oh, I
Oh, my
surely
gold's
didn't mean...
over the table.
Yes, I would never dream of making that accusation towards you. So, you're not
looks at
exactly
you.
sure.
Are you one of the masks? If you are, you have to tell me.
No, we were supposed to. We were supposed to pick up some clothing, but it appears they haven't opened yet. We were just wondering how long it might be.
Oh, why didn't you say so in the first place? 30 minutes, maybe?
Oh, well then.
That
In the
sounds
meantime,
bad.
perhaps we can peruse.
And Hayden leans in and locks eyes with him and says, I am not a mask.
I didn't think you were, but you just never can be too sure.
I think if we were, we would be wearing them, right?
I mean, you'd think so, but I've seen stranger things.
Oh, really? Like what?
It's just an expression.
Oh, well, we've actually seen some very strange things lately. Some people assaulted us in the street. Can you believe it?
Well, what'd you do?
Nothing. We were standing there.
I think they were trying to rob us.
Talking.
Oh, are you rich?
Maybe.
Well, I have very fine trinkets and baubles here. Handcrafted.
Are they magical?
No.
What sorts of things? Is just jewelry?
Think of like a knick-knack tourist store.
Ah. That.
I
nice
love the
cup.
gilded atoll like on the shirt.
Yeah.
It's like a little like, oh wow, it's like a sand globe.
Oh, I went to the gilded atoll and all I got was this piece of sand or like whatever.
Those coffee cups over there. How much?
Well, I mean, normally it's fine pewter, by the way. In case you
I
were
see.
wondering.
And the etching on
Normally,
is quite nice.
I would probably charge someone 5 silver pieces for it. But since you were honest and said that you weren't a mask, I would probably sell it to you for, I don't know, 3 silver pieces.
You sell your work short, sir, and I'll slide him a gold 2, if you would.
He like narrows his eyes. Oh, 2. Right. Well, okay. Thought something shady was going on here. I don't do that sort of thing here.
No. Do we strike you as that kind?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you, not her.
What is it? The coat? That's why I'm getting new clothes, you know.
Right. I mean, you just have like a sort of air about you and you tend to wear your hood up sometimes. I mean, I saw you walking down the street. I mean, nothing says shady like someone just walking around and looking around the streets. And I mean, all the businesses are closed. What are you even doing around here?
A little low
It's
key.
early in the
but
morning. There's a chill in the air.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
raining.
Well,
No.
how much are these?
So
And Kuda
2.
points to this little chain that says gilded. It's just like that, like it says bitch or something. And it's just like on this like shitty gold
It's like
chain.
gild.
But it says gilded. Yeah. With like bedazzled, like crappy little.
That's a nice piece. That'll run you a whole gold. I mean, it's real gold that's made out of. I have to at least make my money back on it, you see. And he hands you
is
the
it?
pewter cups and takes your money, Hayden.
Wonderful. Are you going to buy
Could
the
I-
necklace?
Can I investigate if it's really gold?
Sure.
Do I know? I know, don't I?
I would say do a nature roll.
Yeah.
Please let it be fake and call this gone as BS.
That's a 12.
A 12. Yeah, it looks gold.
Yeah, it looks pretty,
Shiny,
pretty
like-
good to me.
Yeah, there's some shiny jewels and stuff in it. Like, I mean, if it's your style, like, go for it, girl.
I'm gonna give him the gold to Hubert. I'm the moneybags grandma, so I'll get it.
He takes it. That's a very fine piece, and it will look lovely on you.
Oh, thank you very much. It's gorgeous.
Hmm.
But keep some trinkets from our travels, you see.
Well, are you in town for the symposium?
Oh, yes, I think I might have been roped into giving a presentation, actually.
Oh, you're an inventor.
I
And he sort of
know,
like
but-
leans over the counter and like puts his chin in his hand. Please tell me more about your inventions.
Well, I'm working on
Basically, I tell him about the whole the farming situation thing, and
While
like
this is happening, Hayden's just keeping his eyes out for anybody maybe trying to sneak up on us.
and like the shop across the way. If this guy's ever gonna rock up.
Yeah. He's like, that's absolutely fascinating. I was a bit of a tinkerer myself in my day, but I took the quiet life, but sometimes I miss the excitement. Who are you here with? Your husband, or is it your grandson?
Oh, well, he might as well be. Isn't that right, dear?
What?
Oh, he thought you were my grandson.
Oh,
We are all family in our crew. We sail around.
Oh, world traveler. Ever think of putting up roots somewhere?
Excuse me, is he hitting on her?
Yes, it's. Well, I was thinking about
my
it, but
God.
now I feel like the ocean is starting to suit me.
I mean, I heard the salt can do great things for the skin.
Yes, that's right. Ever since, I feel like it's smoothed everything out a little bit. You see, but also we did go to the spa here. It was marvelous. You really should try it.
Oh, well, which one are you speaking about?
What was it called again? That's right. I remember exactly what it was called because that's how my memory works. The one that we had gone to. It's in here somewhere in my chicken scratch.
Oh. Let me see if I can find it. While we're here, thank you, Bricarius, for your raid and sending your group over here very much.
For the raid.
My God,
Make sure
hi.
to check out our YouTube and our Discord if you'd be so inclined. We appreciate very much. We're a super serious D&D channel, but we do see your follows and your subscribes.
Where did we go to the
So-
spa again? I
I
can't
was
check
gonna
my
say,
notes.
yeah, I don't know about super serious, but okay.
As we're having an old no man hitting on an old turtle woman here. This is the kind of content that you can expect from something as prestigious as Castles and Cantrips, by the way.
Love it.
You all went to, how could you forget the spa Serendipity?
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's
10
like,
million years ago.
Serendipity, and his eyes get kind of wide, like that's a bougie place, and you're throwing around gold like nobody's business in here. And he's like, oh, this seems like, I mean, it's a marvelous place. I mean, top tier for sure.
Yes, it was. Their treatments were beautiful.
Yes. I mean, they must have done wonders. I mean, this all the creams and different ointments and stuff you can get nowadays. It's not like it used to be.
Oh, yes, back in our day, everything was handmade. Well, I guess here in your shop they still are. Oh, it's lovely, very
I'm
charming.
proud of it. Say, I've got a busy work day, unfortunately, with the symposium this week coming around, and I expect a lot of customers bringing in
Here
a
we go.
lot of gold, like so much gold you wouldn't believe. Just swimming in it, basically. I mean, you can see this is a permanent building here on the atoll, so I'm doing pretty well for myself. But, I mean, I might have a chance after sundown to close down shop, and sometimes I just like to wind down. So if you're in the area, just feel free to come by. I mean, we could go and grab some ale. Are you more of a wine person? I prefer it if you do.
We tend to share our rum. You're welcome to come and meet the rest of our crew. I'm sure they'd love to meet you.
The whole crew. Well, maybe. Let's see. How about you swing by and then you can pick me up and then we'll just see what happens and we'll go meet the crew. Maybe we could stop for some food. There's some very nice food stands on the way.
Oh, wonderful. You sounds good. She's
By the way-
absolutely
God.
going to ghost him.
Yeah. And he just seems like he's not like slimy. He seems like a nice old man. Like he's just running a trinket
It's
shop
just like,
and
I
he's
don't
like,
have time for this between all
Yeah.
my presentations and my
Yeah.
plans.
and he's just like, by the way, the name's Pippernickel Tinkerton. Pleasure to meet you.
Tinkleton.
Peppernickel Tinkleton.
It's Pippernickel Tinkerton. Yeah.
What is? Yes, we run a very serious ship here.
Like it.
My God. Oh my God.
Pooter, nice to meet you.
What a lovely name.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
it
Perfectly
suits
fitting.
Me.
Well, I will see you later this evening.
Yes, we'll swing back by. Absolutely.
Goodbye, little grandson. Such very well behaved.
Oh yes, he did. Part grandson, part bodyguard. Just don't cross him.
I wouldn't dare. Nope. And now it's the
All
awkward
right,
moment
well.
where he's just like, he like put himself out there and like he thinks you're gonna come back, and then I can't. He's in the shop, and then you're waiting for someone across the street who's not there yet. It's just kind of like he's like, well, I can't leave. Do I just like go to the back for a minute? Like, how do I disengage? So it's like his.
Well, I guess we better go back and wait for our friend. We've got to pick
Oh,
up these
so
clothes.
soon? Well, that's totally understandable. I'll see you later, Cooter.
Thank you for the necklace.
Of course.
And then Cooter like drags Hayden out the door.
Her bucket brings all the old men to the yard.
What I do.
Yeah, and then about that time, you see a dwarven gentleman sort of pull out like a key ring and is like fumbling some keys, trying to get into the Gilded Tailor.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, sorry, scared me. I didn't think you'd be here this early.
Well, we hadn't planned to, but we have important business, so we were hoping to catch you as soon as you open.
Right, okay, hold on. And he like just getting the key and opens it up. All right, sorry. Bit of a long night. We'll wait here.
Absolutely.
And he sort of goes in the back. And if you've ever worked retail and like the idea of someone like waiting for you outside of the store before the store opens is just like so annoying, because you're like, I can't let you in. Yes, I unlocked the door, but that's for me. You have to wait till we open, buddy. I gotta count the register. I gotta do this shit. And they're just like staring at you through the window. That's kind of how he feels right now.
Fair.
Totally not speaking through experience or anything. So he comes in, and sometime later, he sort of has a very nice like garment bag, and sort of just hands that over to you. It's very nice work, and it's a pleasure for you to patronize my shop here. So I hope you like it.
And what was the final price again?
Well, you just had to ask, didn't you?
I did.
If I remember correctly, you were buying some fine clothes, sir. Don't know why I said it like that, but I did.
Like what? Okay.
Some sprinklers.
I think it was like bodyguard fine, so it was like 10 gold or something like that. It wasn't the full amount. That's what it is now.
Yeah, something like that.
10 gold. I believe that included some shoes, I'm not mistaken.
I think so. 10 gold?
That's right, sir.
I will add 5 more for being an inconvenience this morning.
That's not necessary, but I won't turn down extra gold, so of course. Yeah, and he takes
many
it.
thanks. We'll be out of your hair.
Very well, and enjoy your day.
Okay.
And you take a peek into the into sort of the piece, and it's sort of like Georgian era, like England men's wear. So you're talking like high
Shoes and buckles on them.
shoes with buckles, high stockings, yes. Like your pants are like capri pants. You got some ruffles in the front. You've got like a nice vest with like a shitload of buttons, more than anybody even needs, right? And then a nice overcoat. And you even included in a little bonus hat.
I won't say it's
I had to Google
particularly
it
your
to see.
style, but you do look quite smashing.
Yeah. It's going to take some getting used to, but
It'll do for the week.
at least it's comfortable.
Oh, that's good.
Dang, man. This is kind of stylish. I had to look it up.
Yep.
Next does his research.
I know I have to because if not, Bun will be upset with me.
Ooh. Hold on. Okay.
Alrighty. And you've got it in the colors. The colors are to your specification, but they're not as dark as you described. Like you kind of wanted like more muted color type thing, but the high fashion he wanted it to pop. So the blues are blue. They're not like sneak around creepy blue or like shady blue. They're like popping colors here.
I'm gonna post something
Bridgerton blue.
Yeah. Was that
Bridgerton blue.
Yeah. Or what would you say, VS, before that?
Oh, I was gonna post something in our player chat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna post a bad Yelp review for him or something. So I thought you were going for blue's not blue enough or too blue. Alrighty. So you've got your belongings, and are you gonna change like on the spot? Are you gonna find somewhere and like get out of your street clothes and into your fancies?
Can you make the black more black?
I guess since we have to be on the move, I'll find like a vacant alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe behind some stuff.
I mean, you could change in the tailor's place, like if you wanted to, not like be in a back alley or anything. Yeah, he's like,
okay. Well, yeah, if they got the
Cut
dress
the tags off.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you can go get changed up, looking quite ravishing for a quote unquote bodyguard, with Cooter also wearing her fancy clothes, and you all head out and you rush back over to Mr. Sterling's tent for the Sterling Shipping Consortium, and they gone. They are no longer there. The people that you're rushing back to try and find, they have moved on elsewhere. And I will say, I think it's a good place to go ahead and stop for the evening. While y'all try and figure out where breakfast is and where breakfast is happening elsewhere, to talk about some art. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with us.
How to brunch.
Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Some levity at the end and some serious in the beginning. Let me say,
the beginning was so stressful, and then we ended on old people flirting.
Peppernickel Pinkerton.
It's cute.
It was so cute.
So anyway, for those of you that haven't before, just go ahead and follow us on YouTube or go to our Discord. Those links are in the chat as well. Make sure to go check out the rest of our wonderful cast and their own creative endeavors, if you please. But one thing that we do ensure here is that we have a little vote at the end of every session where you all get to vote on the MVP. Who won your heart this episode, and whoever
Vote for Mr. Peppernickel guy. He won my heart. He made out of one Cooters, but he won mine.
Whoever gets the vote for the MVP for the session will get an inspiration that they can use. So make sure to get your votes in immediately, and select a winner, because they desperately need these inspirations.
We do. We really do.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Sign of
There you
things
go.
to come.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week. If you want to join us for Monday, we have our Tome of Knowledge show where we talk about just D&D topics. You can present topics to us. You can ask us questions about your games and we can try and help. We just talk about anything. I think on our schedule for next week, I can look that up because I totally know what it is, but let me take a look here. But while I'm finding that, we also have on Thursdays, our Out of Combat episodes drop on YouTube and podcast only, which is our little show after the show. So if you want to hear about all the spilt tea and stuff going on behind the scenes, definitely check that out. And then, of course, our live episodes on Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So earlier this week in D&D, we did our top 5 best worst ways for your characters to die in D&D, which was amazing. We have
He's the true villain.
Yeah. Yep. We have on the calendar right now who would play your character in a movie. from your
Oh,
D&D campaign. So you may want to check that out.
that's
and I'll
a good question.
And I'll invite the rest of the cast if you want to come along. Just let me know if you want to play that game too. So we'll make room. But yeah, who would play your characters in a movie, either campaign 1 or 2 or both? And then I'll select some people from NPCs just so I can participate in the fun. But with that being said, it's a pretty tight race at this moment, so I can't call it just yet. But I'm going to go ahead and say, it's a tie between Cooter and Taj.
They both get it.
So they have to roll. Just roll your d20. Whoever's highest gets the inspiration.
Nina's
I'm gonna lose by default.
Come on, Nina. I believe in you.
Die today.
Oh, I didn't even actually roll. It just like fell out of my hands, and I got an 18.
You got it. I got it too.
Take that
My
inspiration for
dice turn
Cooter.
roll.
They roll when it matters. But anyway,
Yeah.
thanks so much everyone for watching. We will go find another
thanks,
amazing
everyone.
D&D channel for you all to go watch after us. But have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.